compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time.
Hey,
what's up, y'all?
What's up?
It's always hard to come on here lately.
Oh man, what's going on?
Y'all know how many kids we have, right? We got 4, okay? And the youngest one is 1.5. Well, no, he's past that. He'll be 1 in January. So it's just,
2.
I'm tired. He'll be 2 in January. We got a almost 2-year-old, almost 4-year-old, almost 6-year-old, and almost 13-year-old. A lot of almost. Their birthdays are coming up.
Yeah, man, got him in some good schools too, man. The 6-year-old. So man, I'm very proud of my wife, man. Honestly, like she did a good job picking out the school. So the school is like very advanced. You want to tell them that story?
Which one?
The story about the when the parents was asking about the curriculum and they was telling you about the curriculum. They was like, "It's kindergarten." Like,
yeah, I was at the school and there was parents. I was talking to my kid's teacher, and she was explaining what she taught my son that day, and someone was listening, saying like, "Wow, that's kindergarten," and I'm like, "Yeah. That's the point. You advance them as much as you can now. We live and we learn, but I know for a fact you got to advance these kids early." But we're not going to make this about a kids show today. Our kids are asleep. I hope y'all kids are asleep. Your dogs, your pets, whatever, are sleeping, because we're going to get into it today.
They run around shit everywhere.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. So what's up, y'all? What's up, American Negro?
What's up?
Glad you're in the building. Mona!
Hey, what's up? We was watching your show earlier. I was being nosy while Lady Di here was listening to you. What's up?
Make sure y'all subscribe, like, for real. One of the realest, I'm telling you. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to find like a real, genuine channel. Someone that speaks, real life. You understand? So make sure y'all follow her, subscribe to her. If you are, I don't know if I have any mods in the chat right now, but I will shout you out later so they can put your link. All right. What's up, Red Lipstick? Hey. You too. Oh my gosh, her channel is dope as well. Make sure you guys follow. You actually could type that Red Lipstick and then it will pop up. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, what's going on? What's up, brother? What's going on, man? They say, what's up, everyone? Hope your weekend has been good for you so far. Yeah, man.
Nice to see you again, as always.
Yeah, we've been working, man. We've been trying to get this work in.
I'm not as sick as I was before, but I don't know what's going on, y'all.
So think about having all these kids, man. One gets sick, all of them get sick, man. It's crazy.
So I mean, if I look a little down, trust me, that's the only reason why. All right, so. Okay, so of course. So we are going to do what we used to do back in our lives. We used to react to our shorts or videos that are trending. So our page pretty much blew up from things that we've been posting, and our shorts is a big contributor.
Yeah.
We like to post videos that are trending to keep you all informed, to let you know what's going on in this world. And then we love to talk about it. That's the point. We react, and now we're about to talk about the foolishness. So today we're going to do that. We're going to bring it back. You know what I'm saying? So, I forgot to pull the video up. James, can you please?
That's good, man. And then later on, we're going to talk about like the government shutdown and things like to think about, right? Because a lot of times we think that our job is secured, we all good, we got my money coming in and stuff like that or whatever, right? And we like to say, oh, well, I don't want to get with a man, or I don't want to get with a woman because the man will say, I don't want her to take my money. And then the women are saying, hey, I don't need no man because I got money type of deal, right? So, but a lot of times, like we feel like we secure, but we're really not. So we kind of want to just like touch on some key points about like how the government is looking at things and how stuff is actually, going on. And so we can kind of be an eye opener, right? Because if I will get in later. You ready? I ain't gonna talk. Say too much.
I'm not ready yet, but
Well,
but no,
I was about to say, well, because a lot of times, like, say if it is a shutdown, right? One of y'all working in the government, now you can depend on the other person to, that government work whatever they got going on out, and then now y'all straight again. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, like having that person to depend on, man, it's honestly, it's no money can't buy it. Somebody you can depend on and you can trust, right? And a lot of times, a lot of people like to, go after the wrong things rather than going after something that's more concrete, right? Don't talk about the bad people. Talk about the good people that you was with. Because most people have been with somebody, and I bet most people you ask them, they'll say they're good. So if most people are good, why you can't find somebody, right? So that's where you guys start asking yourself and start questioning the things that you're doing, the people that you putting your energy towards to change. So it's just a little brief.
You got me to my point here. So all right, we're gonna actually show you guys what we post on our shorts. Some of you all y'all don't really look at our shorts like that. You come here for the live, but we don't even go live like that. I know it's terrible.
Appreciate y'all, man. The people that do come, man.
What's up, Marcus?
Hey, what up, brother? What's going on, man?
Thanks so much. Yes, I'm feeling a lot better. My voice it's getting there. All right, so we're gonna just show our shorts right now, but we're gonna talk about our shorts, each video. So let's get into it.
Oh my.
Dang. Yo.
That's so scary.
And who's recording it? Like this? I guess you just gotta stay still, because if not, you're gonna. Good job, Mom.
I think it's her daughter that's recording it.
Yeah, good job. Stay still, yep.
Dang.
That's crazy.
She is not moving.
Yeah. They moved 1 inch, it's over.
So you have to stay still with the animals? Like, they won't come after you?
Yeah, well, you try to scare him, but
Scare him?
It's too easy. He's gonna probably slap the hell out of him.
Try to scare a bear, see what happens.
You gonna have shit extra crispy, I think. Oh. He got in his face and do something.
You see how she closed his eyes? Because if he's seen it, he would freak out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man, that's wrong right there. That's
yeah.
What's up.
Good job, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. That video was kind of crazy. Honestly, like in the chat, if that was you, man or woman, doesn't matter, what would you do? They trying to eat your lunch, and you could die. Like,
but nah, man,
what would you do?
Man, real talk though. Like, if I was in that situation, because a lot of people don't know, you can't run from a bear. Like, I think a bear runs like 20-some miles per hour. I don't know the exact, but I be watching like National Geographic. I be looking at that type of stuff, whatever, right? But like, especially when I was growing up. But like, they run pretty fast and they can climb trees. A lot of them. So
that I didn't know.
Yeah. So you thinking like, hey, I'm gonna get away. I'm gonna jump on this car. I'm gonna jump in this car. Shit, a lot of them even know how to open doors.
Okay, I seen that, and like I think Mona said that was cub,
exactly. It was like a younger one. So they could have probably scared her away, but she did good. Just standing still, holding the kid down, man. And that's why, man, like stuff like that. That's why family is so important. Because say if that little boy would have seen what was going on, he probably would have freaked out, ran. That bear would have towed him up.
So the video was to bring awareness, because a lot of us, we're starting to go outside again. We want to do stuff that's new. Camping is fun, but then you go camping and you're like, oh my gosh, I see a wild animal. What do you do? So now let's go research. Let's research the things that James just mentioned about bears. I didn't know bears could climb trees. Like you think you're doing something, you climbing a tree and the bear's following you after that.
Jumping up that motherfucker.
It's kind of like you just got to research and really know what's out there and how to protect yourself. Because if you don't have your protection, right, your firearm, or if you're a lady, you don't have your man with you, or whatever the case is, you still have to act smart. You have to act smart and be smart. So it's good. The video was great. The mother did do amazing by doing that. Her son, that was a good key too. She covered his eyes, because kids, they're like kind of immature.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say, don't do nothing, don't move, stay still. So she covered his eyes because she already know her child. all right, cool, I got you.
Yeah.
Just go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something like that. So,
and would have been a young cub too. They probably could have scared it off because the young cub don't really know like his strength. He hasn't been battle tested as much. But that was like kind of a middle. It was a cub. It's a middle between a cub and an adult. So he probably got a battle tested before. So that he probably wouldn't have went out too good. So man, she did what she had to do to protect her family, and that's the good thing about having family, man. Like we always on this page, we always preach family first. Family first. Like I don't care. Like my family I can have all my family move into the same house with me. I would not care about sharing the space. And that's why that's kind of how we gotta get our minds into so we can kind of actually get somewhere. Because a lot of times we making this $50,000 to $100,000 a year thinking we doing something, right? Oh, we can do this, we can buy this, we can drive a Mercedes and all that type of stuff. But imagine if you had 10 people in the same house that was making that amount of money. Y'all can buy apartment buildings, y'all can do all type of different things. And then now y'all can get money a lot quicker. You know what I mean? Then y'all buy the first apartment building, right? Y'all getting the money off that, whatever, right? Y'all invest in another one, right? So by the end of y'all can probably buy one a year. So about in 10 years, you can have 10 apartments and y'all can just, you know what I mean, go, you know, I want this one, I want this one. You know what I mean? You can kind of go like that if you want to. You want to split it up. But the good thing is y'all came together, right? So now y'all made yourself an own bank. And that's why I've been preaching to my family for years. Like I've been like, yo, I'm tired of going to the banks to get a loan to get this rental property, right? I want to be able to go to you and say, hey, I need this amount of money so I can do blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But now I got to go to these banks. I got to fill out all these damn forms. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like they can say, no, I can, you know.
It's kind of like, what is I about to say? Oh, y'all worried about doing 50-50. Imagine splitting it 10 ways. Yeah. Imagine that. Your mortgage is like, let's say $2,500, right? Because y'all want the nice, big, expensive ass new houses, $25,000 to $3,000. A nicer house about $4,000, right? You split it 10 ways. You'll be able to get kind of whatever you want. You ever seen the show Greenleaf? Remember that? That show was crazy, but I did it was messy, but I do like the setup of the house, how they had the family and stuff. So kind of bringing that back, this government shutdown wouldn't mean a damn thing.
Exactly.
To some people.
Most people.
Even if all of them people in there were government workers, if you are splitting your bills by, let's say, 6, y'all should have money saved up. That's the point. You living together to save money and to do better and bigger things with your money. So that's another way that could keep people shaped up, like, because it's gonna happen again right now. And I'm gonna update y'all too soon about what's going on if you haven't seen.
Let's think about like in other like Africa, different countries, whatever, right? And Mexico, a lot of these they do this type of stuff, right? They got group economics and they do these type of things. Even family members, right? We got some friends here from Nigeria. And they was talking about like how soon as a baby is born, the mom don't even must see the child. Yeah. They go from house to house to house, and only time they come back is to feed the baby. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be doing all that, but a Nigerian lady told me that we're suffering. And I'm like, we're suffering?
Yeah.
From what? She said, when we're talking about mothers right now, she said that mothers who have children, they have like a lot of hands of help. About up to 5.
The community.
It's like a community helping with cleaning, helping with cooking, helping with the child, right? Helping you get your sleep. Whatever it is that mothers actually need to really be there for their kids, and I'm talking about fully alert, they're helping. Here, all right, you got 12 weeks to go back to work.
Yeah.
6 weeks to go back to work. I think back in the day it was 6 weeks. Now it's 12 weeks. Now you got 16. I've seen is like the most, or that's better. Yeah. So it's kind of like, she said we were suffering. I'm looking at her like, we're suffering.
Shit, yeah. Man, I promise.
So, I mean.
that single life shit, especially you're a single parent doing that stuff, that shit is rough, man.
Single by choice and not single by default. Yes, I did not know that.
Yeah, man.
I did not know that.
Yeah, bro. See, guys, we gotta know this type of stuff because we gotta make sure we protect our women. So Mark is on point, man. They'll climb up there, whoop your ass.
Oh my gosh, they'll put me down to their side. What's up, Brianna?
What's going on?
Thanks for coming again, for showing up. Thank you. She said they didn't see the bear coming up before it made it to the table.
Hey, I don't know, but if
they
would have ran, they probably could have got away because that bear would have just wanted their food, whatever. But yeah, man, if them bears fast as hell, I'm telling you, they run like 20 some miles per hour.
That's crazy.
So imagine a 2,000, 3,000 pound animal running at you full speed. You know, so hey, what's up, Tech? What's
my
going
other
on?
favorite YouTube content creator. Oh my gosh, she's amazing as well. Y'all type that in. See,
Yeah.
Take heed to the message. You'll find her page right away. She's live every day, I think. Every day she is live giving y'all that message. She keeps it real, like all the way. Ain't no you gonna get everything from her. So, you know, so so she says, yes, Nigeria having a baby is much easier.
Yeah, man. See,
because you have so much family around. Right.
that's what they was telling us.
That's
man.
what I'm
we was
saying.
Like, yo,
it's here. Family don't even want to help.
yeah. They said I look Nigerian too, man. Hey, all my Nigerian people, man. What's up? What's going on? Hey.
All right, let's get into the next one, y'all.
Yeah.
Who you dancing for? It's so nasty.
I'm sorry. It's okay. Do you want your room today? No, not today.
Okay. Not today.
Have a good day. Yeah, we got it already.
The hotel?
Thank you.
That was room service.
Oh my gosh.
That video gets me every single time.
That should look disgusting.
Now I blurred it out, but if you go, I didn't even post it on Instagram yet. But when I posted on Instagram, y'all, at Lady Di DTM, you will see her actual ass. Like I just blurred it because you know what I'm saying YouTube be funny. But no,
that shit's nasty.
My thing is, okay, if you was married and you want to, you know, do all that, why you showing us? That's what makes the video terrible because you showing us. You're live on OnlyFans or whatever they got going on now, and you doing all that.
Yeah, man. It's honestly like.
So the question was, who's more wrong? The lady coming into the damn room without me saying hello. Yes, you could come in, because she just bum rushed the whole thing, or was it the lady who was, you know, clapping cheeks?
I'm glad she did come in. Honestly, goddamn, she need to stop that bullshit. Right, because man, honestly, like we into an environment, right? And that same woman probably said she want a husband, she want to get married, and all this type of stuff. But like, come on, man, you can't put yourself, embarrass yourself out there because you look at me making other women look wrong bad, right? Because
no, she ain't.
A lot of guys, no, they are, because a lot of guys gonna get in their mind, they heads that, oh, I want my girl to do this type of stuff, right? But they just gonna only want that for the sexual aspect. Not the actual, you know what I mean, want to get married and those type of things, right? So the more foul stuff we do, right? Like all these years they've been talking about how men are dogs and blah blah blah, right? So now a lot of women are taking on trauma that they never went through, but they all say the same message, right? Even though they dog guys out or they never got dogged out, but they'll take that message, you know. So we got to stop like supporting this type of stuff. Like I on purpose did not like these type of images or photos or anything that's showing their butt, because I don't want to bring that attention and give that attention. So I would advise guys, stop liking these pictures. Ignore them. Like if a woman is wearing a whole but not wearing clothes when you out, ignore their ass. Like just act like you don't see them, but don't give them what they want so they can help them to change. Because the more we give them attention, the more they're going to continue to do that. And it seems like a lot of women are just getting fat today just to get a BBL. Like it seemed like she got fat to get a BBL so she can do these damn videos. Like she was retarded.
Well, speaking of BBL, update on if you guys watch Wildin' Out, DC Young's Fly girlfriend, baby's mother. So the autopsy came out and it said that she had a swelling in her brain. So that's what caused her death. So it's kind of like, you just gotta be careful out there. Surgery is not where you should be doing. She was getting a fat transfer and everything to do her mommy makeover, but she looks fine, at least to what I've seen. And who knows? I don't know who's in her circle. I do know the BBLs is a thing. You know, we get that done. Take the fat out here. I don't want to look. They got this much of fat. I'm not talking about people who are like very obese. I'm talking about just regular people. This much of fat on their stomach they can't lose that. They can't eat salads, right? Just eat salads. Replace your starch with greens. Drink green smoothies. Drink more water. Do some ab workout. That thing will be gone in about a month. You can't do that. Yeah. But you rather take this little bit of fat and put in your ass. Like
that's why it
don't make any sense.
That's why it's good to get married, because think about this, right? How many pounds you since having all the kids? How many pounds you gained together?
So 3 kids every 2 years. We talking about weight on here though?
Yeah, it matters.
I was so when me and James got together, I'm 5'6", by the way. When me and James got together, this matters, because if I was like 5'1",
just say the damn weight. How many pounds you gained? I just like 20.
How many I gained? I don't know.
Like 30, 40 pounds, 50 pounds.
I don't know how many pounds I gained.
You don't.
I don't.
What you weigh now?
I gained like 40 pounds.
All right, so you did know. See how she be lying? Y'all women be acting crazy.
Y'all be talking about weight.
They acting crazy about this weight shit, man. Like just say the damn.
We on here talking about weight. It's funny.
Oh, man. It is what it is. That's why it's important to get married, right? Did I leave you when you gained all this weight? No, I didn't give a fuck, because you was having my kids.
Exactly. So why would you do that?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of these people crazy out here. Yeah, man. Appreciate that, man.
Well, I'm serious, man. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't see the weight more until the 3rd child. Daniel says temp agreement. This is about the government shutdown. Temp agreement in place to postpone the shutdown for another 45 days.
Yeah.
So just to explain this briefly, the whole point was it took a while. The shutdown was supposed to be at midnight coming up October 1st. But they had to get votes in from the Democratic Party, Republican Party to approve of a funding, not to approve of the actual budget to pay for everybody, right? It was to approve funding, a temporary funding to pay for the 45 days. So last minute, they did votes today, and they was able to vote, and now there's no shutdown, at least for another 45 days. But in this 45 days,
y'all better get y'all shit together.
Y'all better get it together, because 45 days don't mean that there's not going to be a shutdown. It just means that the people in the political, I'm not going to go political here today, but the people that's approving budgets, okay, they have to approve the budget to pay for everybody, period. If they don't approve this budget, then it's going to be a shutdown. Yeah. Very simple. So you got to get it together, y'all. Y'all better stop eating out for the next 45 days. Every time you want to eat out, put it in a savings account. So if you eat out, let's say 4 times a week, you spend $40 every time.
You got to say pause.
Put it in this. I'm serious. Put it in a savings account, because you're going to need that to buy some groceries if there was a shutdown and you just don't have enough money. I'm just being real with you.
You work for the government. They say a lot of Black people work for the government, so you got to be careful with that. So we got a question on the table. Say, okay, Ashanti or Alicia Keys, who is more beautiful?
You know, that's a very good question.
Because that shit's easy.
That's not easy. Both of them they're pretty women. Like pretty, they are.
That shit easy to me.
And they both natural. Remember when Ashanti came out? Come on, like that's easy.
Which one look better to you, Ashanti or Alicia?
I don't know. They both look the same because they're natural. I'm being real.
Man,
I'm gonna say easy. Why. They're both natural, literally natural hair. The skin, less makeup, everything. They have it.
Say Ashanti.
Ashanti looks good. Hey. Alicia Keys looks good too. Like, what are we talking about?
But I know which one look better.
They both are the same.
All right, which food is better, macaroni or pizza?
They both the same.
There you go. I'm uppercut her ass. You a capping motherfucker.
No, but they both the same.
What a damn cap sack. God damn. That's what I'm saying. See, guys, Alicia all day.
Ashanti.
I'm sorry, Ashanti all day. That's what I was going to say. Ashanti is way better than Alicia Keys.
I didn't even know what your answer was going to be. So you think Ashanti
is...
Okay.
Alicia Keys' face looked dry without the makeup.
Oh, my gosh.
Her face looked dry without the makeup.
Alicia Keys is married, though.
So? Ashanti look way better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right, so I'm gonna answer the question for real. Which one is better, pizza or macaroni and cheese? Macaroni and cheese, hands down.
Now, which one is better, Shanti or Alicia Keys?
That's so hard.
You need a picture or something? Like,
No, but I'm gonna say Ashanti. I'm gonna say
that shit
Ashanti.
that we
No, I'm
said.
gonna say Ashanti because they both are like
Yeah.
equal to me. I don't know, but Ashanti's good. She natural. I like that.
Yeah, man.
All right,
we
so-
go to the other video, next video.
We
man.
moving
Put
on.
your cap in there.
Ain't
I'm
no.
gonna use that term. Your fat ass.
Oh, now I had put a post up bragging about her daddy, but I told him I needed some money for some groceries, and he decided to deliver the stuff, pick what he want to pick, and have it delivered himself.
Okay, good.
Come here, come back here. You come back here. Leave him alone. Come back here. He, instead of sending me the money, he then had the groceries delivered. You don't know what my kids want. You don't know what my kids
My
like.
kids.
That's me.
Y'all
You
kids.
buy stuff off of what you like, and because I told him, I needed tissue, and I was out, and I needed some groceries.
I
You got
see tissue
tissue.
right there.
And he done went shopping
That's nice though.
online and had some groceries delivered. That ain't what I wanted. I wanted you to send me the money so I could shop my own self.
No.
So
No, you
me
didn't.
and my
You got
kids
that power,
can eat
man.
what we want to eat, not what you want, the stuff you like.
How about you ask for what
This
you
was
actually
not
want?
Y'all not happy about this.
Wow.
All right, yo. So I mean, what?
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the comments on this video too. You go ahead.
Oh, on the shorts, the comments.
You
So, all right, I'm gonna just say this part. I get about he's picking for the house. He don't live there. So technically it's kind of like, do you really know what she cooks, what they eat fully? I'm not saying he don't know his kids. I'm just saying you don't even live in the house, so how you picking? But it doesn't even matter. He bought food. Now, if he just bought chips or something, chips and Minute Maid juice or something like that, all right, I'm like, what are you trying to do? Thank you for the snacks for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like he bought actual groceries, so it's kind of like, stop being ungrateful.
Yeah. And a
You're
lot
not
of
gonna get
times-
everything you want, so just take it.
Man, a lot of times, like, and this is why some guys don't really want to do stuff for people, right? So you telling me, hey, you in need, right? I'm gonna go solve the problem. Don't get mad because I solved your problem, because she didn't even must go through the groceries and see that he got everything, right? Because
He just left it on this.
Exactly, she just left it right there and just started bitching and complaining without even
Oh,
going through
hell
it.
nah.
He didn't get. She didn't say he didn't give me. I asked for chicken. I wanted this. I wanted that. I didn't get this. Whatever. How my kids are gonna eat? Whatever. And you got me this. She didn't do none of that. She just said, "Why would you give me groceries?" Because honestly, grocery shopping is easy. The only thing you fucking need is some noodles, chicken, beef, some goddamn some sauce. You know, like it's how much stuff you can get. Apples,
That's for a
oranges.
dude that don't cook. What the hell are you talking about?
Apples, oranges, because think about it, like you can make a big meal because she has a lot of kids, most likely, whatever, talking like that. So she gonna probably make some lasagna, some spaghetti, some bullshit like that, or whatever, right? Because she got to feed a whole big family and stuff like that. So he got the tissue, like he has some detergent for the wash and dry. It's a lot of stuff that he had in there that she could have been like appreciative for rather than complaining, right? Because she would have got on there and said, hey, I didn't like that he bought me chips, cookies, and all this type of
Right.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? That how I'm gonna eat.
But then
it's like you must go through the shit.
But then take the snacks, because your ass gonna be complaining that your kids don't got snacks for school. So
Yeah,
it's kind of like,
but at least he got he got her some balance. Somebody said sounds like a great father.
uh-huh.
It said beggars can't be choosers. She know doggone well she was going to use that money for something. Somebody says he could have let her pick the items online. This was petty of him. I would have saved the frustration save the frustration. She knows what her kids eat. Like he said, communication is key. In co-parenting, he did good by purchasing the items, but communication was not good. Communicate like an adult, right? So somebody responded, well, since it's our kids and he may and maybe what they say, and not his, maybe she should be an adult and buy her own groceries. That's why child support needs to go to on a card so they use it to buy groceries there. Yeah, man. So I mean, it was good little dialogue in the comment section. I just wanted to kind of, say that because honestly, like to me, it's no problem, right? You know what I mean?
No problem for him to pick out the food.
Yeah, like
for that time, that one
man.
time.
Say if somebody was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I need some food or something like that,
Yeah.
whatever, right? Somebody go in there, boom, all right, I got you. I already got a subscription already. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I do this junk all the time. I get it delivered. He paid the delivery fee and everything. It's not like he asked her for money or nothing.
I mean, normally I don't. So she just mad that he didn't give her money because obviously, like Daniel said, that she just wants to spend money. That's what that was
She
about.
want to get her hair done.
But normally when someone asks you or they offer to buy, they're gonna ask you, "What do you want?" Yeah. And you just tell them. Like, so obviously,
that's how you know about the tissue.
This was a message to her, like, "All right, you want groceries? Here you go.
Yeah.
Now use my money appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, I'm gonna keep just buying you stuff, and it's gonna be dropped off at your doorstep."
Yeah, and real talk, he probably went over to the house and dropped it off. The kids probably said, "Hey, it's not that much food in the house." So he like, "Hey, I'll be sending her money all the time. Why she ain't got no groceries in the house?" So he said, "Okay, I'm gonna make sure some doggone groceries in the house. My kids gonna eat. My kids gonna eat good." That's what I say, man.
But see, this is the thing though. When you messing with ladies like that, even if he bought good food or like you said, the spaghettis and all that stuff, she ain't gonna cook it. So now what? She's popping in chicken nuggets and French fries from the freezer. That takes what, 30 minutes, I guess.
She probably can't cook. You might got a point.
She can cook. She just lazy.
No, most people don't. These people don't know how to cook no more, man. Like,
no, she knows how to cook. She just lazy. That's all it is. Laziness. It don't take nothing but just a few 30 minutes to make some spaghetti. I'm talking about a good ass pot. Good 45 to make a good ass pot of spaghetti. So.
Lady died in the kitchen. He said, first of all, she need to be grateful that he bought some food for her. Exactly. Man.
Exactly.
Boyfriend? Financially stable.
Okay.
Respectful.
Okay.
Good looking.
Okay.
Provides for you.
Okay. I would never get with a man with a small in my life.
So wait a second. You did wait. You did all of these things. You found out he has a great personality.
I don't care. I do not care.
Now he gets to the bedroom and he's like,
yeah, because you can't say you wouldn't get with anybody with a small.
I wouldn't get with nobody with a small. I know that. I know this. I know this. As soon as I realize there's no penis there, there's no relationship. And if I stay there, I'm using you. On fact, I'm gonna have a side dude. If you okay with me having a side dude, if you got a baby, your girl should be allowed to cheat.
But why? Like, you should be allowed to have a side dude.
Yeah, man.
Exactly, Takey. She knows how to effing cook, okay? All right, no, but for real. So the question was if it were the other way around. So if a man said, you know what? Your ass is too flat. We can't be married.
Or you was doing all this good stuff, whatever, right? But
I want to compare the good stuff to no. Let's talk about
to ask the question like
exactly
what
she said. You cannot compare that
because a lot of times, like these ladies, they be saying, "Hey, I want a big, thing," but they don't really know what the average size is of.
That don't matter.
I know that's what I'm saying because like what's big to you might be small to her.
I'm about to say, don't you dare ask me that question on
here. But no, like that's real. That's real talk. Like what's big to somebody else might be small to somebody else.
It don't that don't matter. I'm telling you. So what she's saying is she's had a decent size, what you call it, in her life, eggplant in her life. So her small is her small. It's her body.
Well, what is that?
So it don't matter. If she's saying whatever she's
needs
looking
to know.
He would need to no, he don't need to know because obviously she don't want to. So if she thinks it's what she thinks because it's her body, it's whatever's entering into her body.
Her choice, huh?
No, I don't know. We're not doing that today. Hell no. I'm saying it's her body. So she's saying what she could take and she don't want to take nothing small. That's all I'm saying. I'm
just like, yo, because like, but that's what. See, now you put me in a weird. I can't even ask you what's a small one. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on who.
Exactly.
Who is. I agree, but I'm saying for her, it don't matter for her because she think that's whatever that is small.
Because the guys bringing it. He say a good man, provider,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All this type of stuff. He got a small dick, and now she just went crazy. Like that one thing.
My advice for anybody like that, because you can't get it all.
You got 99% of what you want in a man, and you turned it down because because he said he got a small thing.
Nah, they don't. They don't do that.
He said, wait.
He said, wait, we got men turning down women over flat butts now.
No, we don't. No, he said, but that's what I'm saying.
So basically, advice. This is advice for real, because you're not gonna get it all, and the reason why some people, not all, some people are.
You didn't get it all.
Don't ask me. Yes, I got what I wanted. All right, but don't be asking me that on here. I'm saying. No, I'm saying for real. I'm saying if you're not gonna get it all. I'm not talking about the most extreme.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the most extreme. Little stuff, of course. You're not gonna get little okay. I'm gonna be real vague here. You're not gonna get it all, so you take what you could get. Now, if you are worried, she's not the only lady that thinks like that. If you are concerned that his eggplant is small, then they have a whole bunch of novelties at the novelty store. Go and grab you some. He better get to work though.
They got pumps.
He better get to work though. He got to, some guys, they may, and I don't know this space like that, but from my experience from listening to other women talk, the ones who are not packing, whatever that is, packing like that, they actually have to do a little bit more. Yeah. So men know, the men that are not packing like that know what they have to do a little bit more, and they do that. They do that.
Hey,
so
they probably do more tongue or something.
You're not going to be sexually dissatisfied because they have novelties for you to literally use. Yeah. No one should ever be not satisfied. You just have to do what you got to do.
You can come with a strap.
But you know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of crazy. But hey, that's y'all business. That's y'all business, right? But what I'm saying is, James, stop. That is y'all business. But what I'm saying is, if that man has all that other stuff, hey. Yeah, that's y'all business, though. I mean,
99% you want.
You don't ever have to share that with nobody.
It said no.
Wait, let's see what He said. All right, let's see. Some women don't even know how much eggplant they can take.
That's what I'm saying, man. Because
real talk, because that pole can cause damage.
Yo, I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, man, that junk is crazy, man. Like, I want to say this, but I can't. But yeah, what's up, Travel One? What's going on? It says a man tells a woman he doesn't like her body, he needs to leave her alone. Seems the lady in the video said she would leave him alone if his body was lacking. All needs to be discussed prior to. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's good. Facts.
Yeah, they do, but yeah, because you don't want to waste. You don't want to waste a person's time. But yeah. But wait.
We're trying to get people married, Travel.
Hold on. Ain't no way you having this conversation with somebody on your first, second, third. In order for you to know what size they're packing, or even for the men, I've heard men say they got to drive it first and all this stuff. Only way you're going to do that is if you literally go do that. So don't get more bodies just to know if someone is good or not. You got to make sure that you even like this person enough to get married too.
But would you ask that question?
You don't ask that question because no man is gonna be like, yeah, I got a small. Like, they're not gonna do that.
No, like you can ask them what inches. They probably ask what.
No, you don't like, ask
hey, how much girth you got? Like,
no. Don't ever ask that question, ladies. Don't ever do it, and men don't ever tell them. Like, that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, man. They gonna hit that rose, man. Yo, man. Yo, man. No, man. Because honestly, like we all, wish we can have something, right? Like, I bet my wife wish I was more romantic or something like that, or you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like we all have our weak points and different things that.
So, what do you wish I was more like?
Let me see. I wish.
Why I ask you this question? Your ass gonna be honest on it. Go ahead.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
Nah. See, I ain't gonna do you like that.
Go ahead. I know what you're gonna say. I bet $100. I know what you're gonna say.
Why are you shaking with the left? See, I can't trust you.
I'm left-handed. Hello.
I can't trust you. No.
All right, come on. No. What you gonna say? We're gonna keep it real on here.
No,
we're not too damn real, but in that way. And
No,
not in that way, but go ahead.
No, that's honestly only thing I would say is
You just shake on it.
I'm gonna say something else because I know
Don't
what you would
say
think I'm
nothing
gonna say.
else. I know what you're gonna
Exactly.
say, but go ahead.
Exactly. Don't play with me.
Go
Nah,
ahead.
I would say probably you like as emotional with some of the conversation with because like y'all we have like real conversations like and I be like totally I'm a totally honest person type of deal, so I tell you the truth. So sometimes like when I'm having these types of conversations and stuff like that and I say stuff, you know what I mean, it might strike a little nerve with her and she be getting all emotional. So that's the only thing, you know what I'm saying, that I would say.
That's what you think. That I'm getting emotional.
Yeah.
Someone said discuss it after the video. He know not to say nothing crazy on here. And we not making this a therapy session, but we just want to be transparent with you all. We marry in real life. So
yeah.
We married in real life.
And we have like these conversations
like
in real life type stuff.
You
Like
put
because we like to I didn't do that one. We like to bounce ideas off each other, right? And that's what keeps us, you know what I mean, strong and challenge one another's opinions because you know what I mean, I might say something to her and she might like, hold on, that don't make no sense. Like, and then now I gotta like be able to break it down to be able to teach it to her, stuff like that, right? So now when she gets it, she be like, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. But what about this and blah, blah, blah. Now, you know what I mean, we can get somewhere with the conversation and stuff like that. And that just helps you, like, so say when the argument comes or say if something like something you disagree with, I should say calm, not an argument, with a disagreement. Now y'all can be able to hash it out because y'all been practicing, you know what I mean, having these types of conversations all the time. So now you can be like, all right, instead of getting too crazy, you can be like, hey, well, blah, 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 blah. And then she be like, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Now you're good. So, yeah, man.
And vice versa. It goes.
Nah, it don't. It go one way and nah. Yeah, man. So, all right, let's go to the next video.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you? Oh, Jesus.
The craziest thing you're not going to believe.
What happened?
So we got a call. Somebody's concerned. Are you like a hairstylist?
No. I could be chicken strips. Sorry, my best friend, chicken strips.
I can't tell. You're
okay.
So there's like hair hanging out of your thumb.
Oh, my Jesus.
Someone's
Oh,
like,
that's my weave. Oh, hold on. That's my wig. Hold on. Oh,
My wig.
Oh my god.
She said, do I smell like chicken? You was frying chicken. You got fried outside, okay?
You dying.
Get the electrical fryer outside.
you gotta come see it though.
oh my Jesus.
You laughing?
You gotta see it though.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
It's a funny clip.
Yo, man. Nah, man, like when I first seen that, man, honestly, like I would wish that our women would stop wearing weaves and stuff like that, whatever, right? But I get it, you know. But man, honestly, like that video was hilarious when because the cop was like, oh, like he like, come on, man, like they call me for this type of deal. But like it's like I'm glad like they have videos like this because especially with the, you know what I mean, the cops on black people and all this stupid stuff that's going on in the media and stuff like that, whatever, right? And there's like see actual like cops like, you know what I mean, having hearts and stuff like that, because a lot of times we just thinking like they enemies and that type of stuff, right? And if you go into a relationship thinking that a man goes into a relationship thinking a woman is the enemy, you always gonna get negative results because you're thinking negatively, right? So you always got to come into a relationship with a positive mindset, and even going about your life when you're dealing with people, right? I don't have negative ill will towards people because I ain't got time for that type of stuff, right? I got things that I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to retire at an early age. I'm trying to make sure my family is set. We trying to set up these kids to get skipped. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get them skipped to another grade. Like we ain't got time for that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get them out of high school so they can prosper and we can be the stepping stone. We can be the foundation so they can go out there and take care of somebody else's daughter and have a family and be a good person in society, right? So we as human beings got to make sure we doing our part, right? So we can like we was talking about the Nigerians earlier. Look at like how a lot of the Nigerians are doing in this country today. They actually look at a lot of your doctors. They look at a lot of what they're doing. A lot of their parents was a stepping stone for them to when they came over, and then now they becoming doctors, they
and
was
actors
hustling.
now.
Yeah, they doing all type of stuff, right? So we, as people that's already over here, we got to step our game up, and then we can do that with strong families. We can't do that by ourselves, right? Because a lot of things, a lot of people want to get the glory and all that type of stuff. No, once my kids get older, me and my wife are going to get the glory. You know what I'm saying? Because we did this together. And then say if a lot of people are shining light on me, what you think I'm gonna do? I look at a lot of husbands and stuff like that when they actors and stuff like that, like Denzel, and they always think their wife was standing by them and sticking by them and stuff like that, right? You know what I mean? So that's what family is all about. So
Yeah, pretty much what he said.
yeah, my bad. I'm going on a little tangent. My bad, man. This stuff is passionate. I'm passionate about this stuff, man, because you know what I mean? Like we have to bring these strong families back. And a lot of people are kicking our ass doing this, and we can turn the things around like this. I be watching so many videos of people talking about what they don't want on YouTube rather than going. You already know what you don't want. All right, so let's go get what you want. And then now you want to complain that what you want is not out there when you already made all these bad mistakes, right? So you gotta take the self accountability on the mistakes you made. Once you take that accountability, now you can go to a relationship more humble rather than you gotta prove to me that you this and you that. No, you gotta take accountability of the mistakes you made first, and then now you can be able to receive that good person. Because if you ain't taking accountability of what you did prior to going to the new relationship, you're just gonna get the Most High ain't gonna see you nobody good, especially if you're doing bad.
But the problem is people gotta know that they're doing bad. Some people they point the finger too much.
That shit don't stink.
Yeah, and they don't reflect on what they're doing. I'm not saying everything that they are doing is only that's bad. No, you did something too. What is that? Yep. Let's look at it. Let's analyze it. Let's dissect it. Yep. People don't. They never do it. They never do it.
Once I got once I divorced my first wife for what she did, right? I didn't go and
what she do.
I ain't gonna say that, but I didn't.
Everybody don't know.
I didn't go and
you
say.
You just said I divorced my first wife. People don't know why you do it.
Well, because she had another baby outside of me, right? I was deployed, all that type of stuff, right? Baby wasn't mine. Let's just say that. So now I can't come back and say all women ain't shit. No, I'm gonna say, hey, all right, cool. I was young, you know what I'm saying? Let me because I got married, my first marriage at 19. I always wanted to be married, and now I want to always build a family.
I wish I was there at 19. God damn.
Yeah, so that was one of the things that like I wanted to grow because I see my mom, my stepdad, they was married for like almost 30 years, I think. I forgot, but my stepdad passed a couple years ago back. So I wanted to have that, you know what I mean, that situation because I seen them build, I seen them doing things, right? Like they had like 10 rental properties. They was doing it. You know what I mean? We was living in the hood, but they was building up and they was making plans to help us out in the future and stuff like that, right? Because so I wanted that story. So man, and that's why I keep going back harping on the family and stuff like that, whatever. But I could have said, hey, women ain't this or women ain't trash and blah blah blah. No, I said, all right, I know I had these issues, whatever, right? I was young. I need to mature this. I need to make sure I got this together, get this in order, pay off all the debts and stuff like that from my previous marriage and stuff like that. Because I want to make sure I'm going in with a clean slate. You know what I'm saying?
Well, damn, if you didn't do that, I wouldn't even be here.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, exactly.
Because basically what happens is we all have, well, most of us have had heartbreak. So it's not like you can't get over it and move on and pick somebody that is good for you. You can do that, but some people, they get intimidated. They're like, oh, I don't want to do it no more. I've had a really bad experience. And then they just eliminate it. But you're not hurting people. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself by doing that. You got to make sure that you don't let nobody take your shine. I don't care if they try. Don't let them. If you allow yourself to continue to be single because one person, two people, three people hurt you, then no, that's not how you do it. You have to look at it like, okay, well, let me see what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
And then you just move on like that.
Look to self. That's why in the scriptures it tells you to take the beam out your own eye. Now you can clearly see the other person to help them out, right? So once I took some of the issues, like I'll tell y'all a personal thing, right? Some of the issues that I already fixed with myself, I seen it with my wife before we got married. So I already went through what she was going through. So I was the one.
It was go ahead.
I was the one that was able to help her out because I already been through that already. So I was like, hey, baby, do this, and do that. Hey, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, because this is going to happen. And then when she started seeing when she continued to do it, she started seeing what was happening. She was like, dang, you told me already. You told me this before. This was going to happen. This is going. So now it's building trust. Now she can listen to me more, because at first she was like, oh, I'm just going to continue to do what I'm doing, whatever, right? But once she started seeing that type of stuff, because I actually worked on those issues, now she was able to be like, all right, cool. I see what you're talking about. All right, we good now. Now we moving a step forward. Now that's a hurdle that we both jump together.
Yeah, it was like actually perfect. So I don't know if you guys ever heard, but when you get with somebody, sometimes that's when all those demons come out, right?
Yeah.
All of those bad traits and stuff that you never thought you had. Sometimes it comes out when you're in a relationship. Some people say, oh, you need to go to therapy and heal from your traumas, but that don't always work. Sometimes it's going to be a person to bring it out.
Yep.
The right person is going to bring it out.
And the best person is your
partner.
partner.
For us, that's how our story was.
Yeah.
His stuff came out way before me, but mine came out when I was with him, and we was together 3 years first in a relationship, serious relationship, and then we got married after that. But some of my stuff came out in our relationship. I didn't even know I had those problems. You know what I'm saying? But it came out. Luckily, he actually went through some of this stuff prior to, and he was literally able to help me go through it. It was like a perfect thing. It worked out in that way. So
yeah.
But
there's a lot of trust, man, in your relationship, and you need those type of things, whatever, because that helps you, it helps the family out, that helps push y'all forward. So now she can come to me with anything because we already went through the trenches together. We battle tested, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is like what a lot of people in the military, they feel, you know what I mean? They like when you get deployed together, once you come back, like y'all brothers for life because y'all got battle tested. And you can call them and they, you know what I mean, they're going through the same stuff that you're going through. And it's a lot of similarities to that in relationships, but a lot of people haven't defeated those demons yet to help their partner defeat that demons, because hey, sometimes the lady's gonna have to defeat that demon, then come help that man figure out.
And that's the thing. So what it is that a lot of people are together, but they're together, but they will dismiss them really quick. Like, you did this wrong, I don't want to be with you no more. I was like that before, right? But what happened was, in our relationship, he became my family. I can't dismiss my family. He became my family for the things that he was doing, the things that we did together. Once you look at your man or your lady, I'm really speaking to women right now. Once you look at your man like your family, you would never think of divorce and all of these things, because you can't divorce your mother, right? You can't leave your mother. You can. People do it, but you shouldn't leave your mother. You shouldn't leave your father. You shouldn't leave your siblings. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's super toxic or something like that, and it's it's detrimental. But for the most part, no. You look at your husband like your family, literally.
Yes, y'all won.
You have to. If you're looking at him like your enemy when things go bad, you're done. That's not a marriage mind.
Yep. Hey, what's up, B-Law? What's going on? Say hello. I think it's disgusting. This channel is being held back in the algorithm of YouTube. These are the channels that need to be pushed and praised in our community instead of hating marriage as Black people. Exactly, man.
Thank you so much for that message. So I think for sure YouTube probably is doing their part on not showing it as much, but then we don't go live a lot either.
Yeah.
So
it's taking accountability.
It's both. It's both.
Yeah.
We so I don't know if you've been in our channel for a while, but we a lot of us, we're busy. We do have kids that we're raised. I put my kids obviously first before YouTube. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, to be honest with you, one of my kids, our child that just got into kindergarten, they're trying to skip him to the first grade. So right now I got busier. I was busier before that. Now I got more busy because I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm trying to get him ready. Like every day I take an hour, 2 hours with him and I push him harder than he's ever been to get him at that space. So that is my priority. We want to go live as much as we can, but we do need to do our part and post more videos, do more lives. They're saying I got to go on more other live videos, with other people. I don't have time. Like, I'm not even on Lapeef like that no more. I don't have time. I don't have time right now. But thank you so much for that. But we're gonna try.
Videos could see more views. Though,
we could definitely look at how many subscribers we have. Of course, we should have more views. But it ain't there
with the live.
Some people don't even see it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. But hopefully it will turn around. Give us some months, and it should be better. Thank you so much for that.
So appreciate that. So it said, and Anton, I think Anton Daniel saying on the video, Black women are the enemy, worse than white men ever was. This is problematic statement. Just saying it's destructive for so-called Black men saying they're leaders. To this is wrong.
I wanted to shout out a cash app we received from Reem.
I appreciate that.
So whoever
man.
Reem is, thank you so much for sending that generous cash app. So much appreciated. Thank you.
Appreciate that, brother.
And maybe on Instagram, I'm not sure, but thank you so much for that.
We probably have to get the context of what he meant by it. Anton said.
Oh, Anton.
He said Black women are worse than white man ever was. I don't know.
He said black. Okay. He
said yes, Black women are the enemy, and is what he said. Yeah, we probably gotta get the context. Maybe.
Because I don't. So honestly, I want to see the video because I can't just. And I know what he preaches and all that stuff, but I don't know what that video was talking about. Because I could say this is what I think he's saying because I know his content, but then I don't know that video. So it would be kind of disingenuous if I do that too.
Yeah. And then too, he's married to a Black woman, so you know what I'm saying.
And
he got a Black daughter.
I mean, I could give you my opinion based on me knowing the dude, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But okay. No problem. Just want to show my support. Thank you.
Man. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. We're gonna go live every Saturday. But
you say that. No.
I said every time. We gotta go live every Saturday because we do have time on Saturdays unless we're going out or whatever. But we're gonna go live every Saturday. But we're trying to add a day, like a Wednesday or something like that. But all right.
Said B-Law, what's up? He said the reason why people don't see it is because YouTube suppresses notifications. I had to click your channel just to find out you was going live. Dang. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I figured that because like we have a lot of attention on other parts of our channel.
Yeah, man.
Like it would get attention like that.
We get millions of views.
But if y'all go on our shorts, like if you just hit popular, you will see like the attention is there. But like you said, to find out that we have a live, and I try to promote it, but it is what it is. I'm glad you guys are here, though. You know what I'm saying?
Man, appreciate that.
We're still gonna go. We're not gonna be,
That's love, man.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate, because I honestly look at y'all as family too, as well. And we all trying to get to one goal. That's to have productive families and to get this knowledge out to a lot of people. Because that's why a lot of people that watch our content and actually be here and stuff, they actually, they want to be in a productive relationship, or some of them are already in productive relationships and stuff like that. And they just be pushing the message, man. And we just need to get more families showing the positives of marriage, because we only see negative. Like people thinking like submitting to a man, you gotta it's like you gotta fucking like get on your hands and knees and clean all day, and you know what I mean. As soon as he come in, you gotta, you've been slaving all day, you sweating, you're in a sweatshop type of deal. You trying to jump out and you know what I mean, off yourself, type like off a building. Like, no, it's not like that, man. It's just only thing, y'all got a mission. That man is in charge of that mission, and he's in charge of the good and the bad, right? I'll tell y'all another person, because I'm telling y'all, we keep it real here.
Who?
I'll tell y'all something, right?
Who?
Nah, like my wife be scared because I tell y'all like it is, man. Like I tell y'all, like I started a trucking company, right? My wife didn't want me to.
Gosh.
She didn't want me to start it and stuff like that, whatever, right? Because she was like, "Hey, we doing a real estate, we got it, we straight." You know what I'm saying? Let's continue to do that. I said, no, let's start trying to branch out and do different things, right? The shit failed.
No, wait. Slow down. Hold on. Thank you, Daniel, for that. I realized this later. I didn't realize it before we got married, when we got married. I realized this probably like our second, third year of marriage, on the things that I've changed on and why I act a certain way towards him. You know, I realized on my second, third year of that. So I appreciate you acknowledging it, but that's how it works. If you are looking for a wife, you know, looking for a husband out there, you have to find someone that looks at you with those eyes. If not, it's going to be very hard. Okay, but that story is so like, the story is big. You make
it's long. Yeah, it's a long story, but yeah, I just gave.
There's no way we can even.
yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But no, the point of the story,
it failed only because.
No, it's good.
I'm not gonna mention names. It failed only because. I'm not even gonna say that.
Yeah.
People
the reason
don't do
why,
their job. How about that?
The reason why I brought that story up was because of it was because of she didn't, after it failed, right? She didn't say, I told you, I told you we had to do all this and blah blah blah. No, she was like, all right, cool. So we're gonna figure this stuff out, pay this debt off, and then boom, I just sold the property. You know what I'm saying? Like we made steps to kind of, you know what I mean, help relieve that situation and stuff like
what
that.
What he's
right?
saying is, and for better words, what he's saying is, I didn't sit here and scream. I think you said that.
Yeah.
But for a lady, you know how some of us, we gotta let them know. We gotta be angry. We gotta twist our neck. We gotta do all of this stuff just to say, you know, how you feel without just being. You gotta be pleasant when you're talking. That's like if a man is yelling at you because he's mad that you did something that he doesn't like. He's mad that you left all the damn lights on in the house. The simple stuff. He's mad because maybe your car is not clean, but he's the clean one. He gets the car cleaned every week or something like that. And your car is not clean. He mad. He yelling at you over something like that. No, you have to talk to people like with a certain way. You got to be polite.
Yeah.
So no, if something is going wrong, or let's say your man did fail at something, since that was a topic. Okay. All right. Let's say you do got to move in. I'm being extreme here.
Yeah.
But let's say you do have to move into your parents' house. At least you got parents' house to move into.
Exactly.
You're not in the homeless shelter. Okay. But let's say you do have to go into a homeless shelter. Guess what? At least you're alive.
Yeah.
I can keep going.
Yeah.
So the whole point is you have to be very humble. You don't want to be like The Pursuit of Happiness. Remember that? They were struggling. That's a great movie, but they were struggling.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he was struggling. He just couldn't shake. Sometimes it takes men a little while, right, to get it together. All right, but you left. You get divorced, and you know what I'm saying. Stuff happens.
And you want men and ladies. I'm give y'all a little bar, right? Like ladies, you want a man that's willing to take chances and that's not afraid to fail, right? Because every millionaire, every billionaire you know failed at life before, failed at some business venture that they did, right? And they just failed enough times that they figure out what worked and what didn't work, and then now they're successful, right? Look at how Donald Trump, he'll tell you how many business he failed, right? 50 Cent filed bankruptcy and stuff like that.
50 Cent, yeah.
But look at 50 Cent, like he was doing that as a business move. You know, it was like people was laughing, 50 Cent broke, and he laughing at us because he was doing all this type of stuff. He got power now, all these different things that he's been doing, right? But
he have a community.
He failed.
He even have a community that's helping black men too, like the youth. There's a
man.
lot of stuff going on. But regardless of the fact is that people are going to fail. People are going to fail, but you never, okay, like let's say your husband lost, or your boyfriend, or whoever that you look at. I'm speaking to women, lost their job. Okay. They said, oh, we're going to let you go today. Okay. When he comes home, okay, you got to be sad with him. Help him out, make him feel appreciated, because obviously the people that he was with didn't appreciate him. You're not going to put him down even more. Some people are on, I can't say this word, but they want to off themselves for certain things. People are not always as strong mentally when things are going on. So as the bigger person for the moment, be there for that person. All right. He got to find another job. Help him find another job.
Yeah.
You got kids calling you, they want to eat, they got to do homework. Well, you better be superwoman today. Mm-hmm. You better be superwoman for the next couple months until it gets better. Because guess what? When you help him get back on his feet, you're not going to be complaining then. Mm-hmm. The job that he lost, let's say that was making 60,000. Now the job that he's about to get could be making 100.
Yeah. Man, I've seen people that
there's so many different scenarios I can give you, but all I'm saying is you cannot look at that man as less than now because something happened. That's like him looking at you less than because of something in your motherly way you did that was wrong. Yeah.
Man, I seen men lose a job, the woman leaves him, and then he gets a better paying job than what he had, and now that woman is bearing the fruits of it. Right. Exactly. So you gotta
gonna come back to you.
Yeah, man. So you gotta understand the person that you with, support the people that you with, right? Because you don't never know in the future how they gonna turn out, right? You might leave him now because he down, and then stuff might, add whatever, right? Because a lot of bad things are going on, but you don't never know how that future can be something totally different. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of ladies have left good men because I ask them, I say, hey, have you ever had a good man in your life? A lot of them will be honest and say yes. You know what I'm saying? I had one. So that could have been your husband right there. So if you got somebody good coming in your life, and men too, if you see a lady that's good, don't play with her. You know what I mean? Don't try to get into her pants and stuff like that, whatever, right? If she's a good woman, make sure it be like, hey, I'm not ready for no relationship right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, I can't deal with you right now because if I deal with you, I'm going to hurt you. And I don't want that trauma on you.
Some guys do say that
because it's honestly, guys, it's enough cat out here. Just be real. It's enough cat. You don't got to mess up that good girl. Mm-hmm. That's being real. And that's just, you know what I mean? Because like, say if I had a daughter, if I got a sister, whatever, right? And if she's a good woman and I'm trying to help her out to be a good woman, you know what I mean? I would prefer if a guy said, hey, you know what I mean? I was going to do this, but talk to me or talk to another guy and be like, you know what I'm saying? Because we have to hold each other accountable too as well. You know what I mean? And it's just something we as men can do. Be like, hey, she's a good one. I'm not going to mess with her. I can go mess out with 100 of these other ones. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can tell her you're a good woman. You don't need to be hanging out with guys like me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's enough out here. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest, man. So, but B-Law said marriage and the nuclear family and the community neighborhood ecosystem is the answer. Exactly, man. All this rhetoric about avoiding marriage is exactly what the enemy. Oh my gosh, B-Law, you speaking facts. Is that benefits short term, destroys loans. Exactly, and that's why. Oh my gosh, like this. We was talking about this before. Like we was having a personal conversation, whatever. Because a lot of people, they're not thinking about the long term game. They just thinking about right now.
This go back into the government shutdown too. What we want to talk about
exactly. Like you have to set your kids up. If you ain't got no college fund for your kids, right? I want my kids to get a trade, but I'm gonna have both of them. I'm gonna tell them to get both because just in case if
never know,
you never know how the future is gonna be, right? So they can be whatever they want because their school is gonna be paid for and stuff, right? So, but if they come into a situation, you gotta make sure the kids are set up because they're the ones that's gonna be taking care of you when you get older too, as well. But you don't want to give them a burden. You want to make sure you hand this stuff off to them, making investments that you took your life serious. Right? You can't do that on a single income. Like, and honestly, people should be in a couple, like say me and my wife together, right? Y'all should be living off one income of that person, of that household.
Yeah, like if two of you guys are working, one income should pay for everything and still have money left over.
Yeah.
That is better than the other part of the money, like the other person's income. You build your wealth.
Yeah, because a lot of people, what's going on?
That's
a lot
the
of
best
people
way to do it.
Are spending so much money until it's ridiculous, right? And they continue to spend, right? But instead of them being on the budget, we have budgets around here. I don't know what y'all heard, right?
Like when we first started, for sure. I know we was doing the couponing. Yep. I couponed so good that there was a time where our laundry detergent I didn't buy in a year and a half.
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and we save so much. You know how much laundry detergent is these days?
Yeah, man. So it's like you got to put yourself in a position to win, right? We weren't thinking about that type of stuff. I gotta hang with the Joneses. I gotta get this nice house. All the houses that we buy, we fix them up ourselves. All this stuff behind here. I hung that chandelier up. I paid like $17 for that. It was on clearance. It was regular $250.
Clarence King.
Y'all don't believe my ass. I'll send y'all the picture, and I'll find
King.
a damn picture.
He would buy the nice one of the, whatever's nice at that moment, and you like this? You sure?
Yep.
All right, cool. I got it for $10. He does that because bargain shopping is like one of the best ways to save money.
Yeah.
So even like when we had our kids, they said, "Oh, hand-me-downs." We did hand-me-downs. Our kids are young. They are not going to know. We got boys. They're gonna put holes in their jeans. Like there's no point to buy them the nicest things right now. Trust me, when they get of age, I'm gonna make sure they sharp, they dress nice. It's how you're supposed to look. You gotta look presentable. You're not gonna be out here with your ass out. It's a way but it's at the right time. People worried about all these baby clothes that they don't ever wear.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many tags.
That's used. I want that baby
so
bag. Nah,
you gotta okay, I don't have to keep up. I don't have to keep up with this person, keep up with that person. As long as they're clean, healthy, they speak well, you know what I'm saying? Their teeth, they breath is good.
Because I promise you, I bet when we 50, we're gonna be doing way better than most people because we already setting things up. So we doing this year after year after year. Right, we're living off one income, but my wife kind of we was like, hey, you don't got to work right now because we want to make sure the kids are set up with school. Like, so my wife was homeschooling them, and that's how my one of the kindergarten is able to get skipped in the advanced school. He's about to get
in the advanced school.
He's about to get skipped in an advanced school.
The school is advanced as hell, and I'm like.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine if he was in a regular school, they probably would try to put him in third grade.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to, make those sacrifices, right? So you can make sure you put your family first and they can reap the benefits of it.
Don't let your girlfriends, your aunties, and all these people tell you that you cannot live under one check. Do not let them scare you and say, oh, he's going to leave you for another woman. Don't let them haunt you with these lies. I'm not saying there are men that don't do that. You just have to know who the guys are who don't do that. Mm-hmm. And then you work on it. Because what's happening is we getting told lies and we don't do it. We don't do it. And then you miss out on having, reaping benefits of the things that you created in your own household. You are whatever you decide to do in your house, what y'all decide to do in your house. You can't look at somebody else's house and be like, damn, I wish I had that. Or dang, I wish I had a job. No, what is good for you right now? Do what you guys discuss. Plan out what you guys want to do. What are y'all goals? Not what is your goals matching with their goals. You got to be able to take away you from them and do what you want to do in your life. And that is the biggest challenge I see with women, especially y'all trying to keep up with everybody. Oh, well, my friend got married. Now I got to get married. Oh, my friend had a kid. Damn, she had 2 kids. I got to keep up with. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You ain't got to keep up with nobody. You got to keep up with nobody.
Hey, what's up, Hank, man? What's going on, brother, man?
Hank always keep it real. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, subscribe to the brother channel, too, man. But
man, y'all subscribe to his channel for sure. I think he go live. Look, I'm trying to remember Tuesdays. Yeah. He does the sports lives, too, so make sure y'all hit him up.
Yeah, man. Man, we was actually having a conversation about traditional wife, right? Because a lot of people, when we was having this conversation earlier, they like to think when they said traditional, like the wife doesn't work at all. She just sit at the house and cook and clean and that's it type of deal. And I was just like, honestly, that whole
cooking and cleaning is a lot by itself.
But
you talking about not doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so that whole traditional thing, right? You got to understand, like, the traditional wife changed through the modern, through the years, right? So, say during slavery time, right? The wife didn't have to do anything, right? Because they had maids, they had servants, they had all that type of stuff, right? Now you go, after that, right? It took like a long period of time for the meal to get cooked. So that's why a lot of them was in the house, because it took a day to make bread. You know what I'm saying? So of course you're not going to be able to go work, or if they did, a lot of them actually did work, because like they'll sell the bread at the corner. You know what I mean? If you go to Africa and stuff like that, even still to this day, like they be selling bread at the corner. They go, they go and get water from a long distance and carry it on their head and type of stuff like that, whatever, right? You know what I mean? Certain parts, but a lot of the Africa is modernized now today. But but you know, y'all get the point. So you got to understand what the times is, right? Even just because your woman is working, that doesn't make her not traditional no more. You know what I mean? Women always work. It just changed through the time periods, right? So now we as married couple can capitalize on women-owned business, whatever, right? Because we're gonna have some women-owned business in this house. You know what I mean? Amen. So no, but no, like man, honestly, you just gotta make sure how the generations, you gotta keep up with the generation so you can know how you can capitalize on it. Because that's how the rich people they do. They see the weaknesses in the laws and then they capitalize on that. So
especially with them credit cards,
yeah,
got them fly miles and all this stuff. You gotta
Yeah, man.
you gotta keep up with that. Get your card. People say, "Oh, don't have a credit card." No, you can have a credit card. You just
Exactly.
gotta learn how to use it. We're gonna have a whole financial lives
I have
coming up
many
soon.
credit cards.
Soon we're gonna talk about it. It's a lot of things. If you don't know, we'll discuss it soon. But
We gotta get back to these videos. My bad.
all right.
I just want to say this. Ladies, if you're looking for a husband, boyfriend, anything, this is the outfit. Just go to the store, mind your fucking business in this outfit. It might have been the shorts, I don't know. No bra, look crazy. Bun. Baby, I ain't never been asked, am I married so much in my fucking life? I swear to God, I don't know what it is. Might be that might be this one nipple ring. I don't know. But if you want a man, this is how you get them. 4 asked me, was I married? And one of them asked me, did I have a boyfriend? You want to know why they asked me that? Because they had a coochie. It was a girl asking me, did I had a boyfriend? The girl pulled her car over. I'm walking to my skirt. Back that. Hey, you got a man? I was like, hold on, ho. No, I don't got a man. I'm pulling.
That shit was funny.
That shit was stupid. Yo.
So
Oh
okay,
my gosh.
let me say this.
You want me to tell you from a man's perspective first?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right. A lot of times with guys, ladies, a guy will ask you, is you married? Whatever, right? Because guys feel like that's disrespectful to screw a married woman, right? So they just really want to just screw her. But I would if I was a single guy and you was taken by somebody else, I wouldn't dare want to ruin your marriage or ruin your relationship, especially you looking like that. You're already doing it, whatever. But that's another conversation. But I never want to deal with a woman that was already taken. So the guys are asking, "Hey, are you married?" Because they want to just screw you. So they not asking you that because they thinking you look like a wife. No, honey, no, dear. And this is what the father should have told her, the brother should have told her. They probably did tell her ass. She probably ain't listening, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? This is what our ladies have to understand. Like the guys are doing that because they just want to screw you. They don't want to actually marry you because no guy's gonna pull up in his car and holler at you like that, whatever, right? And then thinking that he's gonna be husband material. No, he would have did a more genuine type of way. He would have pulled over, got out his car, and then said, "Hey, how you doing?" But he definitely wouldn't have been talking to you when you dressed like that. You already know what time it is. Oh gosh.
Oh wait,
you dressed like that, baby?
You said, "Do I know?" She was dressed like she was going to cheerleading practice or something like that. But no, for real. So that is not how you get a husband. That's how you get somebody that's gonna just F around with you a few times, maybe for the whole year, but they're not gonna commit. How you get a husband is how you dress is big.
Yeah.
How you dress is big. I'm not gonna say that it's not. How you dress is very big.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you gotta be. See, she was doing too much, showing her too much skin and everything. She said she had no bra, had a nipple ring. You can see that. All right, no. Being somewhat modest, because I can't even say all the way modest, because that's not nowhere today. No one is all the way modest today. But I think if you cover yourself up a little bit more than what that lady's doing,
set yourself apart. You
would set yourself away from the ratchet, right? Yeah. You want to make sure you don't blend in. I said this on a video. You don't blend in with the hoes. You don't blend in with them. Yeah. You can't, because if you start blending in with them, how is the man going to determine if you are wife material, right? Because that's the start. How you dress is the start. That don't mean you a wife. That's the start. You got to make sure you don't blend. You don't blend, right? How you speak. Are you kind? If he says hi to you and you at the grocery store, how are you looking? Are you saying hi? How are you back? Or are you saying Don't talk to me. Like, how are you responding back? You got to be polite. I don't care if you don't want that man. Be polite, because it's just a person. Just like if someone said hi to you, that's not a man, but it's just someone else that's just saying hi, you're going to look at them, oh, don't talk to me. No, just say, hi, and keep it moving. How's your day?
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Just be a human. Like, y'all making it seem like these men are aliens.
Yeah.
So that is not how you get a man. It's dressing like that. I guess she was trying to say she was natural, is what she was really trying to say. She ain't got no bra, and that's natural. She probably saying she don't shave either. Like, she just natural. My hair is not done. Look at me. That's basically what she was saying in a modern way. That's modern. That's modern day natural.
She thought it was a flex.
She thought it, yes. So don't think you getting a man husband. Sorry, you get a man, but a husband looking like that. Yeah, don't do it. Man, don't do it.
And he said that they are the only community that proves itself doing very opposite of all the nations, other people. Yeah, man. Exactly, man. It's crazy. Travel One says,
click outside.
Hold on, sorry. All right. There we go. It said, James, some men don't care if women are married or not. I agree. And those are the type of guys that you stay away from, right? So if you find that can be a question, you know what I'm saying? Like later on, say like you've been talking to somebody for a few weeks or something like that, or whatever, right? But like, hey, do you have any secrets or something like that? You can ask them. You can ask the guy, like, hey, you got any secret? And then you can say, okay, then they probably like, nah, not really. I said, okay, you ask them a question. Like, let me ask you a question. Have you ever slept with a married woman? You know what I mean? And then if they say yeah, you can be like, oh, wow. And then you can have a conversation, like, and then you can because
back in the day, but you gotta make it seem like it's not bad.
Like it's not a big
back
deal.
In the day, we all made mistakes, stuff like that, whatever. Yeah. Have you ever done this? Have you ever cheated? You always ask those questions.
And if he says he feels sorry for what he did, now you can give him some grace for it. But say he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no big deal, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Now you can see what type of morals that this guy has, right? Because if you slept with somebody that's not kept, that belongs to another man, that's an issue. That means that he can possibly do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So these some good questions that a lot of women, you can get a lot, like it's a lot of questions I asked my wife before we got married to make sure that, you know what I mean? Like I asked you, because she was in the entertainment world, right? So I was like, hey, did you date any entertainers? Right?
He did. I was in the entertainment world because so in the beginning, I wanted to have a certain career, but then one of my parents was like, no, you don't do that. Go get a degree and all of this stuff, right? But then I kind of I was still in school, but then I was like, I like to dance. I like to teach people how to dance. I had a whole confidence class builder, teaching women how to be confident, how to walk in heels. I did a whole thing, which I could share one of these days, but I did a whole thing. I was a teacher. I was a dance choreographer. Then I'm from New York. Most of my family's from New York. Moved to New York as an adult. And I said, well, how the hell am I going to stay in New York and not try to tap into the dance choreography here? So that's what got me into the entertainment world. That's what I was doing for a little bit. And then I let it go because that's another day, another story, another day. But I let it go for many reasons. But when I got with him, he was like, oh, have you dated and all this stuff? And I was like, no, and no. I don't do that.
Yeah. And
you don't.
I was trying to gauge what type of woman I was with, right? So because if I didn't ever want to date a groupie, because I think the groupies,
oh yeah, that was one of the questions. I was like,
yeah, I don't groupie. I don't like hanging around groupies and stuff like
that.
Those
people love that I wasn't a groupie. That's what I was able to be around a whole bunch of celebrities. You guys, exactly. I was around them. I was able to. Groupies are cute for certain moments, but not an everyday thing. I was around high-end people in that entertainment world because I wasn't a groupie.
Yep. And this
you gotta set yourself apart. Never be a groupie.
Hey, what's up, Chris? What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up?
I was gonna say this. This is a bar for men. Take your girl to a concert. If you're thinking about getting serious with her, you're thinking about taking it to the next level.
She started screaming crazy when she saw Marion.
Yeah, she started fainting and all that type of shit. Like, nah, I'm sorry, dear. I can't do that because
no fainting.
Because if that guy gave her a chance, she'd be giving it up. So why would you want to be with somebody that looks at somebody that can throw your whole relationship away to get with this one person for one night when they know that that person don't really want to be with them. They just want a chance. So she really don't give a crap about you, right? So that's the type of questions that you got to ask. So it said, did James Hook lay it down to a lot of time?
Look, if he had a chance to, he
I
probably
know, right?
would.
Shit, if it were free.
He believed
I'm
me.
too cheap for that. V-Law said, what's your biggest motivation behind all of this? And do you think we will get back to being the most married people in America? How do you deal with being married in the harsh times where it's hated?
So
and that's
3 questions.
Great questions, man.
3 questions.
Honestly.
So what is your biggest motivation behind this?
All right. So my biggest motivation is seeing people happy, right? Because I know what we have, right? And I notice a lot of people hold themselves back. Like I used to be like talking to like honestly, I got a lot of people that change their mind about marriages by being at work. Like I probably got like 3 or 4 different women married just by like talking to them, coaching them do different things because they didn't have the clue. They were just, well, what about what this happened? And then other people was downing, like you said, the last question you had, they was looking down on marriage. Oh, he gonna leave you, girl. You gonna blah blah blah. And I had to talk them out of that type of stuff, right? Because a lot of people look at marriage like it's such a bad thing, but they don't look at babies like a bad thing. They don't look at business as a bad thing.
What?
They don't look at the government shutdown as a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like everything in your life it has a negative consequence. You know what I mean? That can come from it. Like even driving your car, you can. How many people die from car crashes every year?
Oh my gosh, I've seen so many last week in the area we live.
Exactly. So, but we don't say don't drive cars. You know what I'm saying? We get food poisoning sometimes when we eat out. But a person ain't gonna never tell you, hey, you need to stop eating out because you got food poisoning. You know what I'm saying? So I just basically what I'm doing is trying to help, especially our people change our mindset so we could be one of the top people married again, because that's the only way we're gonna be able to, produce better results. Because when we were together, we had better results. Now we have this trash culture that we was producing, and we just trying to make it seem like everything's all cool. We having a good time. I'm living my best life, lying to one another when we know we're not really living our best life. So
my biggest motivation is I guess the same. I just love helping people. Like, how, look, one of our kids trying to come here. Hey, how like when you were young, you wish you had the resource. You wish you had somebody tell you, don't do this, right? I want to be the person to be like, I don't want you to grow up not having that person to say, hey, it's a satisfaction for me to help people that just don't know and don't have people to inform them. Because you know how many lives you could change just by saying that one thing to somebody when they're young? A lot of us didn't have it growing up. Like, for example, you see what I'm doing right now? I have real life clients, literally helping them either become a wife or learning about how to be a wife, right? Married people. And I didn't have this when I just got married. I didn't have this at all. I had to literally figure it out on my own.
Yep.
I didn't have none of it. So to help somebody not go through my struggle, I'm going to give you everything you need to know based off of who you are, because I like to analyze and everything, who you are, who you want to be with, who are you with. I analyze the whole thing, because you're not going to be me. We're not going to be each other. We're not going to have the same exact marriage, but you need to have these tools, right? So I like doing that. I just like helping people, to make it short.
And honestly, we've been doing this for years now. We just kind of like put it on YouTube because we've been talking to like people offline and trying to set this stuff up. And also my wife, she was actually doing like the helping women like learning how to breastfeed, because another thing that like a lot of black women are struggling with, because remember we had that Similac shortage and a lot of little different things and stuff like that. Like so when it comes to like even healthcare, a lot of black women are dying delivering babies to the to people, and then they don't know how to breastfeed. So you know it's not to nurture your child. You know what I mean? Because you didn't get taught that. You know what I mean? They just told you, hey, get that Similac can and feed it. Breastfeeding hurt. I ain't gotta do that, girl. So
listen, before this, I actually was doing that. It was called Diverse Mama, right?
Yep.
I'm diverse in a lot of different things, so I took that nickname and that's what it was. But Mama, because I'm a mom and I wanted to help other mothers, literally helping things that I didn't know, and I'm teaching them what I didn't know. I know now, and then I've done it 3 times. I had 3 kids back to back, so I was helping people like that. You can still even look if you go to ladydiepod.com, which I'm gonna put in the link, but it's our podcast. You could probably go on our page and you'll see the podcast, or go on our link tree on my Instagram, lady.dcm, and you'll see the podcast. If you scroll all the way down on the podcast on Apple and all this stuff, scroll all the way down, you see my first episode, and you keep going. I had like maybe 20 episodes. I was interviewing people and informing. So I used to do this a lot. It's something I like to do. But now I wanted to cater more. I was like, wait, I'm teaching people how to have families, but where the husband at?
Yeah.
Where the daddy at? You feel me? Like, I'm trying to make sure y'all set first before I sit here and say, okay, well, this is what you do. Because if you're not set up properly, it's going to be very hard to try to raise your kids. Is it impossible? No, it's not. But it's always better when you have help.
Yeah, man. So, that was kind of like our biggest motivation, just to help.
Okay.
And then it said, will you think we'll be the highest? Go to sleep. Go back to sleep. Sorry, yeah. But yeah, I think
the most snap.
I made him cry.
I'll answer you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You probably scared of how you said it. All right. Do you think we will ever get back to being the most married people in America? I'm gonna tell you, hell no. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna say hell no. Why? I don't. I'm gonna say a few things. There's many communities out there that's letting you be able to pick the gender you want, be who you want, get any surgery you want. Okay, those 3 right there, that's destroying. And guess what's happening? The young kids are wanting to do it because some of them don't know any better. Or if they do know better, they just want to be different. They don't want to listen to their parents, right? So because that community is so strong and they're trying to make it where they have all of these rights now, you can't even say nothing to them or you'll get sued. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be impossible. Some of these other laws that have passed has to go away, because if not, people are going to be curious, right? They're going to do these things. Now, are they going to stay in it for long? I don't know. They may not. And then they might revert back to, you know what? I want to have a traditional family. Or there's people that I know now that's saying, dang, I went through all of this. I don't want nothing no more. I don't want no husband. I don't want no wife. I don't bump the kids. They like destroyed. So I would say it's going to take a long time. Yeah. It's going to take a long time.
I would say about in 30, 40 years once, because we as a Black culture, right? We really, like, I'm being honest, like, we always behind the curve, right? We'll figure things out 30, 40 years down the road. Be like, dang, man, see the Tuskegee, they was giving us these shots and all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tuskegee, you know, when they was giving them the vaccines that was killing them and stuff, they was testing on them. Like, we found this stuff out years down the road. So it's going to take our channel maybe and other people showing their marriage, because a lot of times, like, we be busy, like we said, right?
Like last Saturday, we went to escape biology room, okay, and it went over because the lady overbooked, and it was a whole thing. But we was actually having fun with our family, you know what I'm saying? And we couldn't make it on time. I forgot to change it. So we just be having like a life.
Yeah.
But
so a lot of married people have that life or whatever, right? So that's why
we're gonna try this, because we do. Honestly, we do. It would help our algorithm, so people like B-Law could find it, and then it would just be beneficial for the ones who are interested in watching, because we have so much to share. But we doing a little bit at a time. But Marcus Evans, you straight up big support. I appreciate you for encouraging and just being there. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay, good.
Yeah, man. So it's like we gonna, once we, like, a lot of our family members, like the moms and our generation, like the people that's in their 30s right now, 40 years from now, once they hit the end of the road, then they're gonna start telling the younger kids, right? Like, hey, don't make the same mistakes I did. don't do this, whatever, right? Because right now they like, oh, I don't need him, or and the guy's like, hey, I'm afraid, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna take all my money.
Just like,
but then when they all single and they don't have anybody, right? Now they're gonna be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, now I gotta actually right my wrongs, and this is the only way I feel like I right my wrong. Let me go help somebody out. Let me go help this kid out. Let me tell them the truth. Hopefully them kids listen to you, because a lot of times a lot of kids don't respect us, whatever, because we don't have the results, right? We don't have the families, we don't have the wealth, we don't have the plan or the generations and different things that showing like how, you know, how successful we have been. That's why culture is so important. So that's why a lot of these people with cultures, they're coming over here and whipping our ass, because we don't have one. We just do whatever we want to do. We sleep whatever we want to sleep with. Oh, marriage? Nah, I can't do that. Well, yeah, I have a baby by a guy that's in prison. Like, come on now. Sense. Like, it's like, even when I have a baby by him, but I won't marry him.
We were watching videos about the government and, you know, how people use and abuse. And it's kind of like, you know, they're saying they put in certain policies in place to destroy marriages and to destroy the community when it comes to children. But my thing is, people keep having kids.
Yeah.
Stop having the kids, and some of the stuff won't even happen. They can't push, you know, things like, let's say, I'm gonna use WIC. WIC is good for some people, but some people it's not good for because they keep using it. They can't push these policies if y'all stop having the children.
Yeah. But I will say this, man. Honestly,
until you are ready, you are set. Your mind is right.
Exactly.
You're damn, the man that you choosing, the woman that you're choosing is right. When these things are correct, then sure, have as many kids as you want.
Yeah.
But until then, you know you had a jacked up childhood. So why the hell are you having a child and you're not ready yet? Mm-hmm. And that's my problem. People are never ready to have kids, but they having them.
Yep.
Oops. Ain't no oops. Stop having sex and stop having babies. Because all you're doing is making the same version of you, but worse. And it's going to keep going and going and going and going. So it's like, don't have the kid. I can't blame policies. I blame you. Mm-hmm. Stop having these kids.
I would say, man, honestly,
I don't care what the policy said. If you're going into it, it's like, why?
I would say too, man, we do need to have more kids, but that's why I'm glad you add that caveat, right? In a situation like how me and my wife are set up. Once we have, like, our kids already, we have a plan for them already. You know what I mean? Like, and we young and we already have a plan for them. We started off young having kids, right? We started.
I would say a little later.
Younger than most people.
Yeah, we got married when I was 25.
Yeah.
And
we started having baby around at 26. So
that's to me, that's later. If I could have had a child, like if I was the one that he was marrying at 19, mm-hmm. I wish I was that. I don't know if I would have had a kid at 19, maybe like 21, something like that. Yeah. But I wish I started a little earlier.
Yeah, man. So because that's all that's important, because we have a lot of kids because we want to make sure that we able to build something, right? So now those 4 kids, it's going to be 4 different families, right? And if all of them would be successful doing certain things, they can all feed off each other, right? Like they all follow each other now. We got all boys. They all follow each other right now doing certain things. So we just got to make sure we keep one in line. And then now the one under him will follow him. You know what I mean? So that's how it's supposed to be. And that's how we need to bring these families back, man. And the people, and we can start off like we starting off in our household. You start off in your household. We doing different things, right? So say in the future, hey, I got my son is 18. My son is 20 years old.
You got a daughter. You got a daughter. Because that's the thing.
This is how I raised her. This is how we taught her. Mm-hmm. We taught her this. We taught her that. You know what I'm saying? We bring them together. Hey, do y'all think y'all like each other? You like how each other look and stuff like that? Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? We can see how she act around us, and y'all can see how our son acts around.
And nobody got to be perfect. I just have to have the morals together. That's all. That's really what it is.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So.
Yeah, about that. Do we read this one?
It says it
can. Hey, I don't know. Did we say
man?
hi?
We shouted you out. My bad, bro.
Sorry.
It said it can happen because we tend to move fast and far. Yeah,
Listen, I don't know.
It said, do you think the government shutdown will further the fracture between black men and women?
You got good questions.
Yeah,
keep coming back.
Yeah, man.
I love your questions.
With the government shutdown, I think the government being in our business is a key factor of why we are as fractured, right? Because we have a lot of false security in today's time, right? So a lot of black ladies that works for the government, you can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? They think they got it made. You know, daddy taking care of me. I'm getting the bag and blah blah blah. You ain't gonna mess up my benefits and all this type of stuff, right? So I think the government already did a great job of fracturing our community, but we allowed it. You know what I mean? So we have to take that accountability too as well of saying, hey, I'm okay. You know what I mean? I'm a part of the problem. So we kind of got to get out of that.
That's not gonna happen.
I don't care if a woman makes more, if you a woman, you make more than your man, right? You shouldn't have a problem with that because it's coming into one household, it's coming to one pot, right? So now you can live off his income and invest your income.
But listen, remember, income is temporary. Yeah. You know you can elevate, right?
Yeah, like
some people are so simple-minded. If you're like, I'm not gonna be with a man because he makes more, he makes less than me. You act like that man can never make more than you one day.
Yeah.
One day he can make more than you. Maybe not all men. Sometimes men you got to give them time, right?
On the career.
You got to give them time. It depends on the type of career they chose. Yeah. You know, it really depends. Even with doctors ain't making money right away when they're in their residency. You got to give them time, and then they got to pay off their debt.
Exactly.
Okay. So some men, depending on what they choose, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. But let's say the man that you got with, he might not have enough resources or have the ability to even think to research because of how his childhood was. Just like your childhood may not have been that great, but you overcame that. You got to give some people a little grace. As long as he's a good person, his morals are intact, you can help that man get better. Then do that. I'm talking about a specific type of man. I'm not talking about the hooky type because that's what people keep talking. I ain't talking about him. He's gonna stay there.
And that's a small
I'm talking about men who just need a little bit more help. It don't have to always be
help.
I'm talking about help
with you bringing in a check.
I ain't talking about the check. I'm talking about making sure his quote unquote smaller check becomes larger. You can help him get that, get there.
I almost think you need to do that, because you're putting too much pressure on yourself.
Not forced.
You bringing in your money, he bringing in his money, right?
Yeah.
If he's able to take care of himself, y'all fucking winning, because now that means he can take care of you. Because you only thing you are is an extra $200 a month, right? Rather than you having your own bills and stuff like that, right? So if he's able to have a house by himself or apartment by himself and pay all the bills without your help, you good. If you really think about it, because
someone who can take care of themselves is who you looking for.
Yeah. Correct. So now once you bring your money into the picture, now y'all have something to invest. If you paying your bills and all your money going to your bills and he's paying all his money going to his bills, y'all both broke. But if you come together, now you can take one person's finances and go into invest, right? In 2017, I was buying houses for $10,000 in certain neighborhoods, in certain areas, right? I know my wife don't like this putting stuff out, but you can buy you a whole house for $10,000 in the hoods in certain places, $40,000 in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling y'all, this is stuff that we actually did. You know what I'm saying? So like if you just put your brain to that mindset of, okay, I have one check, he has one check, rather than, I gotta get this bag, I gotta go shopping, I gotta make sure I got the finest clothes, I gotta get these shoes, I gotta make sure I'm doing. We got deeds. The fuck?
It's all about networking. It's all about networking. It's about who you know. That saying ain't going nowhere. It's all about who you know. So if he's making 50, you're making 100. That's 150. But after taxes, we already know it's gonna be less. Yep. The money that you guys are making, you guys can invest. Now both of you guys have money together. Now you're building a legacy together. It's not going to be his money. It's not going to be your money. It's going to be y'all money because y'all both put into it, and now you got something good from it.
Now you invest.
It's simple.
Now y'all that $100,000. Say he's making 50, you're making 100. Live off that $50,000, and you invest 100.
Some women can't even do that.
That's your problem.
Marcus Evans says, do y'all believe that the shutdown is a distraction?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yeah.
So let me say this. Being that I'm in the finance industry, okay? Half of it is a distraction. Half of it is a bunch of bullshit on the other side. The budget thing, if you go and read articles about they're saying that they have to pass a budget, that's real. Every year they have to pass a budget. This is how America does it.
And they put
that's the real thing. The bullshit with that is that give the money up. Be done with it. No, it's a lot of BS in it. So I'm not going to say it's a full like cap. No, half of it is a distraction. Half of it is not. This is a real thing that they actually have to struggle with every year.
And a lot of times, like depending on who's in charge, so the Democrats might want to add something in. They want to put money towards this, and the Republicans like, we don't care about that. Or you know what I'm saying, like the alphabet community say that like, hey, they want to invest all this money. They be like, I'm good. We don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So it can be something like that. They don't want to get passed, right? Or they probably got sending more money to Ukraine, and they probably like, yo, we got people over here that we need to help out. Blah blah blah. So they arguing about that. So it's
a real thing. Like I'm telling you,
but it is a distraction too. So us as Black people in this country, right? We need to do like how all these other nations of people doing, right? In order for us to feel some type of relevance and get some type of power, right? The men are gonna have to we're gonna have to step up and create our own systems. And a way to help us create our own systems fast enough is to have our money generated in our own economy. If our women are against us, whatever, right, or the men are against the women, we'll never be able to succeed, because any civil rights movement, the men and the women were together. Any movement of people, right? Even look at the what the Jewish people went through, right, with the Holocaust and stuff like that, whatever, right? They women weren't disrespecting them for that. No, they got out of it. And then now they built themselves up by family.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to New York, I seen the wildest stuff when I was in New York. I seen them running lights. I seen them making illegal U-turns right in front of cops. Cops didn't do nothing because they got their own police. They got their own ambulance. They got their own everything.
Anybody from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about.
If you go to Chinatown and stuff like that, whatever, right? Similar things going on there because they got their own community power, and they do that by families. We so stupid that just like Chris said, James, everybody got to have your mindset. Exactly. And that's our issue, because we put in too much of the lavish life rather than the actual wealth of building that generational wealth. And in order to build that, you got to make the sacrifice, especially when you're younger, and have this type of mindset. So when you do get that age in your 40s and 50s, you can chill, right?
Yeah.
We set ourselves up that we can retire at 35 if we want to, right? But we're going to continue to push because we want to make sure we pass something down to our kids.
And the thing is too, like when I was growing up in the Bronx, right? Y'all, if y'all don't know, from the Bronx, whatever, there were times, and when I used to go to the Chinese restaurant and I seen their kids in there, there was times I went in there, they was doing their homework, or there was times in there they ain't doing their homework and they in there helping them cook, helping them bag, the food. Like it was a big thing. They had their kids with them. They were teaching them. What happened to that? No one even does that anymore.
Exactly. This is a good question. She said, how do you deal with outside influence affecting your children and with all the yeah, man, facts. So all the indoctrination and stuff. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna answer this one first. So it's very hard because you could teach your kid the best that you think is the best. But I say it depends on the type of child you have. Every child that you have is different. Some children are more influenced than others. Mm-hmm. Some children are more leaders than others. Some children, are more advanced and more witty than your other child. That plays a part into that distraction that you're talking about. If you have a follower of a child, then you need to be worried because they're going to go out there and they're going to follow that. If you have someone that has a mind of its own, they're going to see it. They're going to what's that? But they're not going to do it. It depends on your child. Mm-hmm. Learn who your children are. Learn who your children are. That will help save a lot of nonsense. So that's the only thing I can say about that. It depends on your child.
I would say this too. So I was raised in the hood, right? I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. For the people that don't know, and I was in. It gets up there, top 5 worst cities and stuff like that in the country. Yeah, you know what I mean. So what helped me to get out of that situation was I had my stepdad in the household with me, and I had my mom in the house too as well. And I learned a lot about what a man was by watching them every day, and a family was watching them every day. And so if you married, number one, that's the number one thing to do. Number two is make sure you give them your kids a purpose. So a lot of times we like to tell kids like, hey, well, what do you want to do? You what blah 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 blah. No, you should be telling your kids what you want them to do, right? This is what every other culture does. Either you're gonna be a lawyer, doctor, you're gonna run this company when I'm done. They tell their kids what to do rather than just saying, hey, what do you want to do? That's why a lot of our people got these dumb degrees, because their parents didn't say, hey, what are you going to college for? That did you look up how much money that degree makes?
But some parents don't even know that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So for the ones who have parents that don't know, then you are in a space of research. This is our era now.
Yeah.
Research look at salaries and stuff. Look how long it takes you to get to a salary. You have to be able to do that. Now, for the parents who do know, you got to tell your kids, you want them to be free and, so they won't be depressed and all this stuff. But sometimes you're like, hell no, you ain't doing that.
Yep.
That's not going to do this for you. And you give them the long-term run. You got to speak long-term to them too. You got to teach them. If you know the information, and if say you don't know the information, as a parent, you look it up as well. But like, I don't know, son or daughter, I don't think that's going to work for you.
Yeah.
A lot of that, what he's saying is true about, it's going to help.
Another thing too, for what I was about to say was, for the men, this is what you should do. You should always teach your kid a trade, right? So just in case they hit down on their luck, they can't find a job, blah, 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 because a lot of these relationships, these people want these men that just not blue collar. They want them just to be white collar and all that type of stuff. But you might lose your job, and you might take you a while to get a new job. So you need to have your skills. So just in case, if all else fails, that you're able to work and make some extra money on the side, right? You might need to get a second job or two. You know what I'm saying? I know how to cut yards. I know how to put tile in. I know how to do a lot of different things that I learned off YouTube. Certain things I learned from my stepdad. You know what I mean? So they taught us a lot of different things. So just in case. So now I don't got to resort to selling drugs. I don't got to resort to robbing somebody. I can just go easily, you know what I mean, do this and do that, whatever, to make the money. You know what I mean? So we have to give our kids purpose, and we got to make sure, tell them like, hey, your life is meaningful. You have something that you have to accomplish. You have to get the next seed. You got to get the next generation to this world, right? So you got to make sure you're doing the right things. And if all else fails, you can homeschool your kid. Right, they got a lot of different programs now that allow you to homeschool your kid, and basically you can just give them a computer, because that's what these schools are doing anyway.
Are just giving them computers now. Like my kid just started kindergarten. And he got a Chromebook.
Yeah, man.
They're telling me that he has to know how to type and write.
Yeah,
and I'm like, now, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
It's crazy now. Since COVID, that's what happened. To change the whole dynamic.
So we was homeschooling our kids for some years and stuff like that, whatever, because just like that's what she was talking about. It was a lot of stupid stuff that was going on, and we was going to homeschool them. You know what I mean? So now what we doing now is we seeing if you're mature enough to handle the outside world, because we instilled a lot of things in you, and we told you what's right and wrong. Now we're putting you in the world and see how you're going to do it, because we can't just hold him off and then now he's 18 now. I jump out there.
Yeah, you gotta
we have a 12-year-old too, so
yeah, sometimes your kids have to fail, you know what I'm saying, but you want them to fail with you and not out there by themselves. And even then you want them to fail too when they get out there, because how they gonna learn? So it depends. It depends.
Then you say, blue collar jobs are exactly, man. So plumbing, electrician, a lot of them are making 6 figures like it ain't nothing, because a lot of people are not doing it. You know what I mean? So always give your kids a skill especially as a man, to be able to teach them because they always remember, say, hey, my dad taught me how to do this, and they always remember, and then now they teach their sons, because this is what they was doing this for thousands of years. Jesus was a carpenter, right? Because Joseph was one, you know what I'm saying? But and his dad was one, and passed it down and passed it down. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't work, you don't eat.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about it. I'm like, what's going on? But you know, this is what it is now. So just if y'all got young kids, just know some schools, they gonna be typing, and maybe the school that he's at. But you know, I think regardless, because our world is more technology now, most kids have iPads, tablets. They should know how to type. They should know how to type.
All right, so you want to talk about this government shutdown stuff? So we wrap this up.
Yes. Okay. So let's go straight to the poll. But I have one. I think I have two polls. So let me go straight to that real quick. All right. Let me see. Oh, it's take a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let me share the screen. Okay. That one. All right. Let me see. Is it shared? No, wait, not yet. There we go. There we go, y'all. Okay. So let's go to this one. Will you be affected by the government shutdown if it takes action October 1st, which is now?
Okay.
We will discuss. All right. So will you be affected by? 18% says yes, 57% says no, and then 25 says I don't care.
You got the relationship like
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I try to take decent pictures, but for the ones that say yes, next time, you know, you're gonna have to do better with the finances. I'm just gonna be straight up. Because honestly,
living check to check.
Honestly, let's be real here. We're gonna be real here. Honestly, things happen. Maybe this is a rough time for you. But I'm talking about in general. Rough time is rough time, but I'm talking about in general. You know, living a certain way, you know, but you maybe going out a lot, buying a lot of food, you don't cook as much, stuff like that. You waste money by even the little things you don't think is wasting money. Oh, if I buy food every day, it's the same thing as if I was to cook because I gotta drive there, I gotta get like, come on, let's kill all that. Cooking is always gonna save. What are you cooking? You can't eat salmon and fucking steaks and lobster and all this stuff that y'all like to eat. No, go be simple. Be simple. Buy the cheapest meat. I'm trying to help you understand what I'm saying. Buy the cheapest meat. You know what I'm saying? Let's say chicken breast is the cheapest meat. Buy that. Chop it up. Save it. Do portion control. Like, it's so many things that you think is not gonna save money, but it is. Maybe, you know, if you have your parents around, eat at their house more. You know, let them spend all the money. Most of these people are retired these days anyway. Go to your family's house and eat dinner. You don't have to always, everything is coming from you. So if you are a person who, and I'm just talking about the simple stuff, if it's just you and you are going to be affected because you're living paycheck to paycheck, next time, create more savings account. Make sure your credit is better so you could, you know, open up more credit cards, not to be in debt, but to have more resources of money. So if a government shutdown was to happen, you could pull out a credit card that has a nice amount of money on there to help you for that moment. But make sure your card at 30%. Like, it's so much stuff.
Yep.
But that's just being real vague.
Yep. He says the government shutdown affects everything. Yeah, man. Even with government contracting. Like, so a lot of people that's like don't work for the government, say they had their own business, they deal with government contracts. That might be affected, right? Because the budget for these $1 million contracts that these people that won and stuff like that will not be sourced. So now you got to pay your workers, that your employees that you have. It's a lot of different things, that a lot of different areas that the government affects, but a lot of people just don't really know because we think that the government always going to be there. So that's why we want to kind of talk about this, because we put more thought of in our job rather than our relationships, rather than somebody you can live a lifelong journey with, right? I'm not saying they're gonna be perfect and shit like that, whatever, but somebody that, because the government ain't perfect. Look at this shutdown. This could affect you, whatever, but you're not gonna say, hey, I can't deal with the government no more. No, you're gonna keep fighting to stay there, right? Like you need to keep fighting to stay within your relationship.
Yeah. So no. So even if it doesn't affect you, it's gonna affect somebody around you. So I
think it do affect them, but they just don't really know.
It's gonna affect them somehow, regardless, because that's what's up. Even people around them,
like trucking, like the trucking industry is a lot of government workers that a lot of people that does government contracted with the trucking too. You know what I mean? So now you getting foods and services in different places. You know what I mean? They're not going to be able to get it to. You know what I mean? So a lot of that stuff, like a lot of these things get passed, so we don't really got to deal with them. You know what I mean? So Chris just said it. He said it affects the logistics. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So us guys, we understand how this society works because we understand that we have to make sure we bring in the food, the money to the table and stuff like that. So you got to make sure how this country is ran. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of different things, a lot of different industries that's going to be jacked up because of this. If it does, most likely it will get passed because a lot of people is going to frown if it doesn't. But it is what it is. And then too, the crazy thing about it is these people get paid. They still get their checks, and we don't get paid. We not gonna the people that work for the government is not gonna get paid, but they still get paid voting for if we should get paid or not. Make that shit make sense.
But not only that, even these companies, some of these companies have a reserve to help pay for the emergency situations. So if there's companies that have a reserve to pay for things, if there's a shutdown, that means that all of us need to have some type of reserve. We try to. So, if the COVID pandemic didn't shake you up, some got to shake. You got to have something. You got to have, I say, 2-3 months. And this is by a stretch for some people, but 2 or 3 months worth of a mortgage or your rent, whatever that you pay. 2-3 months of your car notes, 2-3 months of everything that keeps you, going, gas, everything, 2-3 months worth as just an emergency. And that's really little. We should have a lot more than that. But I'm saying you could start there.
Yep. He said, click on this one. He said airport security and air traffic control will be affected as well. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of different government jobs and stuff like that we don't even much know, man. So
that is very true.
So yeah, man. Hey,
thank
appreciate
you so much for the super chat. Where's my friend? See, I'll be forgetting I have all these.
You will have a girly one now.
Now I gotta have. We're gonna get our soundboard and stuff up soon. But thank you so much for that.
And he said, "Shutdown or not, the government better have." Yo, man, a lot of people, man, they think that thing that when they went to the Capitol or something, like these people gonna be like, "Oh hell nah, you gonna get this work."
Exactly. Okay. Just a few comments. I think I seen Christopher in here.
So you did this one yesterday, so that's why it's not so many comments. So
I haven't been posting a lot, but you know what I'm saying. So someone says some get paid, some don't. We fall into the category of people not getting paid. I feel like the laws are governing the payment of politicians should be revisited and revised. NCOs in the military get poverty level pay versus hundreds of thousands of makes.
Yeah, man.
Someone said it doesn't matter. They will do what they want at the end. In the end, every time I pray, they get the things right before it happens.
Yeah.
Someone also said I work for the USDA.
Hey.
I'll have to work. I'll have to go to work since I'm essential, but I won't get paid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Christopher Sterling says the government shutdown does affect, and I think we're knocking that down now, but the government shutdown does affect everyone in some capacity. It affects businesses, emergency service, logistics companies. The shutdown is not about one's personal feelings, but rather the state of economy in our country being ran. It also affects the funds for the states maintaining infrastructures. People need to stop thinking about individuality and start looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah, man. Good.
Very good comment.
Good comment, man. Because that's why we try to push on this channel, man. Like make people think more, you know what I mean, more long term, because everybody thinks so short term. So this was 2 hours ago. Okay,
so I posted this right when we went live. I gotta post more on here too, but it says, if you were asked to choose between these options, what would it be? So $4.6 million for 26 years, or
11%. Okay.
One payment of $70 million. So I say it again. If you had to choose which one, $4.6 million for 26 years, or $70 million, one lump sum. So James thought to say, he want to see women, men, who's voting. He want to see who's voting. So women said they would choose the 4.6 million for 26 years at 11%, and the men said they would choose that at 36.
36%. Wow.
And then women said that they would pick 70, 18%, and men said 70 at 36. So
it's a half and half on men. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll
let's see what the comments say. Some of the comments are saying, go ahead.
So although technically 4.66 million for 26 years is almost 120 million. 26 years is a long time. Life is short. I'd rather take the 70 million and use it in the moment. And 70 million up front can be invested wisely and can double if you know what you're doing. So while it's shorter sum, you can make it go further faster. $1, he says, so $1 is spiraling and can be has been for a while. It's better to take the 70 now and invest in upcoming countries and minerals. Said not many years left. Thank you for watching my post office. Thanks. I'll be watching my post office box.
Yeah, funny.
It said with the 70 million, I can do a lot of things, right? So which one would you take?
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing this. So which one would I take? I would take.
Let's see some of the comments. Let's see what they say.
Says, where's Eli?
Oh, you got LeJ with him. It says, try one says, while people have jobs and need to pay down their debt and not create new debt, homeowners should pay down the principal and mortgages. Yeah, facts. So Chris said 26 years. Hey, what's up, Hustler Muscle?
Hey,
what's up, brother?
What's up? It's been so long.
What's the taxes on that 46?
I know, right?
Hey, but if you make investments, you can, you know what I'm saying? You can be good. 70 million because tomorrow ain't promised. It said the money back. They thinking about it. It's all about the taxes. Yeah, man.
It is all for real.
All right. So what would you take? I ain't gonna tell you my answer because you're gonna agree with me.
I would take the 4.6 million for 26 years because it's just more money.
Yeah. So I would take the 4.6 million, right? Because so if you look at the history of the lottery winners, a lot of them go broke. You know what I mean? Because they take the quick money, right? They pay all the taxes up front and all that type of stuff. Cool, granted, whatever. But eventually, a lot of them make a lot of investments because they all got these good plans. They buying everybody a house and they buying all these cars and stuff like that, and then they go broke. So what I would do is I take the 4.6 million because I'm already invested in real estate and I already kind of got like a plan. I know I don't need that much money to make an impact. So I would take the 4.6 million. And I probably invest mostly all of it. Honestly, I probably take like 500,000 to live off, and then I could just invest the rest, and then I could just do a slowly progression of investments. And then say if I lose some money, say if I lost all that 4.6 million, right? Guess what? Next year I'm getting another 4.6 million rather than I'm just spending all this money.
Big ass risk taker. That's what you are.
Yeah, man. But I'll be a smart one because now I won't have to be doing that 70,000. I won't lose a lot of that money because a lot of times,
once
man,
you get it, you ain't getting no more after that.
Exactly. But I know every year.
Let's say this is after taxes, because man, if you take taxes out of that, I mean, it's gonna be way less.
But if you make some investments, right, you can subsidize that into the taxes and stuff like. So You can invest a lot of money and then just continue to invest and invest. And after a few years, you have to take a profit then because they'll call it a hobby if not. But so every third year, you can start taking a profit and then pay taxes, whatever. But other than that, you can continue to invest, buy you can buy like hotels, not hotels, but apartment buildings, build them, and you can actually. So this is what a lot of people be doing, right, y'all? I'm just put y'all on some game right quick. This is what my uncle told me. He was like, so he said what they do is they'll build an apartment building from scratch, right? They'll rent it to Section 8 people. So people that get all Section 8 tenants, and they'll do it for like 5 years, 10 years. And then after that, the government will come in and buy that apartment building at the rate of what it is, what that property is valued at, right? So you'll have a 5-year investment, and you've been getting Section 8 tenants all those years, all the money, and then the government will come and buy that market rate. So and then they just go with the next one, go with the next one, go with the next one, right? So you know what I mean. So this is options that you know what I mean that some people do, right? So
or you could invest in other people's business where you don't do any work. You just take a business that's profitable already, if you have that much money, and then you say you want this cut from it, and hey, you make money a month or whatever it is that they're doing.
Yep.
But yeah,
Chris got a good point.
This one is, I like that one though, because that too is kind of like, well, never know.
Yeah, but you
but
don't need
still,
70 million,
even though
70 million, that's
I still would take the 4.6.
Because like, man, honestly, like I can live good.
Because I don't need that much. 4.6,
5 million, anything.
It's 500. Yeah, I mean, 4 million is a lot.
Yeah, man. It said when you take that lump sum, still have to pay an additional tax in the following year. Facts. Yeah, man.
Oh gosh, yeah. People so buying these big ass houses, paying damn 20,000-30,000 in taxes.
Yeah, and then when you buy those houses, then you gotta pay property.
You gotta have that money for that
every year.
You gotta make sure you
go away.
You gotta have a lot of money if you want to live well. So you gotta make really good investments if you want to live a certain way, and you can get there. You get there. Everybody can get there.
Just gotta make some sacrifice.
Exactly.
It's a great idea, but the location that costs you more to maintain, right? So yeah, so it'd probably be better you move to like a state where you buy a whole bunch of land and stuff like that, and and it's a lot cheaper. You know what I mean? So like property taxes in Alabama is not the same property taxes in Maryland, New York, or something like that, right? So depending on where you go, it's gonna be expensive. So
it is. Let me get into this.
This is the man up with you. Rico, he's mean and you don't like him.
Did I do that?
You don't fuck with
I'm sorry. That's not it.
So
all right. I forgot to add the bleep. You heard all them damn curse words.
Hey.
All right. Here we go.
You know that you stole money out of my account? That was money for my kid? Heart surgery?
Why is you recording me right now? Like, you trying to...
Don't worry about why I'm recording you. I don't worry about what my money is.
Like, I begged you to take me to that concert. Why wouldn't you take me to the concert?
Because the concert is the least of my worries right now.
I don't care about that. Like,
my kid heart surgery is what I'm worried about right now.
Look, like,
and for you to take my money out of my account just to go to some Beyonce concert, you done lost your mind.
I don't care.
Like, I don't care what you don't care about.
Your voice, like right now.
Oh, me my money.
Ask your baby mom.
She ain't got nothing to deal with this. Nothing to deal with this. Go find me.
Yeah. So Beyonce, cool. You want to go see Beyonce, but why are you stealing money to go see a lady that don't do nothing for you? So you just gotta be a better person, taking stuff and not asking. If the person said no, the answer is no. You can't force it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your priorities are in check, because obviously you don't have enough money to pay your bills, but you trying to take somebody else's money to go pay for your leisure. Like, you gotta make better decisions. If you want to go see Beyonce, she been promoting. You should have saved up for it. Yeah. Everybody knew she was going on tour, so why you didn't save your coins? Go out less, and you do what you want to do. You want to go see Beyonce. I'm not saying you can't go see Beyonce, but for this topic, I'm saying you got to make sure your priorities are in check. Don't hurt people to get what you want. You ain't gonna say fuck that concert.
Yeah, man. Honestly, yo, like, and this is what I was talking about with the ladies, right? Don't get with the bad guys. Men, you can't get with the women like this, right? Like the worst thing he did was record her doing that, right? If I was him, I would be like, all right, I can't be with this chick. You know what I'm saying? I can't be dealing with her. I'm out. And then she asked me why. I said because of what you did. You spent the money for my son's thing for heart surgery on this, and then you go, and then you let the world teach these women, just like the ladies. You let the world teach the men, right? So if you're good, you just gotta make sure you're a good person. You standing on your values.
Yeah.
Once you do that, nothing else should matter because you standing on your values, right? So you make sure you doing what you're supposed to do rather than trying to force people to change, because you coming in there. If a person don't care about a child's heart surgery, what can you say that's going to make her feel bad?
Nothing. It's done.
So you wasting your time and you put her online and wasting time, because you should just, all right, peace. Let the world is going to show you. You know what I'm saying? That you're going to get your payback. And then now when she's can't find nobody good, people doing her dirty and stuff like that, whatever, right? She's going to start reflecting. You got to let the world punish a lot of these people so that it can change, right? A lot of times we like to help people that's getting punished rather than letting them fall. You know what I'm saying? So the world's gonna have to show them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, but yeah, man, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Now, Chris says, as an engineer, I do have my CDL. Exactly, man. CDL license. And that's fact. That's what we was talking about earlier. We was talking about always have you something that you can fall back on just in case something happens.
Oh yeah, that's a great
Especially
license
as a
to
man.
have for sure.
Exactly. He can easily go out, make him $2,000, $3,000 a week. Like it ain't
What's
nothing.
the other? Hot shot?
Hot, hot shot. You almost
You
need a
can do
CDL.
that. You can even do that.
You
Oh, you don't need a CDL for that.
Yeah. You almost need a CDL for that.
But there's so many ways. That's a great fallback on for sure. So you always have something to fall back on. Even me, I got something to fall back on. I have a trade too.
Exactly. And then that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So we all good.
All right, it's the last video.
Maybe.
Look. I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the police.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing. I got some homework to do.
Oh, you got to test the tape. Nah, I'm funny. I mean, that was funny. I just had to show that. All right, y'all. I'm done. We are tired, but he has to do his test. He's in the MBA program right now. What did you want to know?
Nah, I didn't.
But you just said you had homework to do. What's that homework you had to do?
They don't know. They don't care. But no, man, appreciate everybody, you know what I mean, for rocking with us, man, and being here, man. What's up, Jordan, coming in? What's going
on, Jordan? Are you a late one? I mean, not late on the live, but you stay up late. Because you. Yeah, man. What's up? A lot of support.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody for supporting us. And people that actually found our channel. Thank you for letting us know too, B-Law, about what's going on with our lives not being shown, man. So I guess that's kind of why we don't have as many viewers here, but
we gotta try to figure it out. I'm gonna ask what's his name, because he had the same problem. So
exactly, man. So man, appreciate everybody for being here with us, man, and showing us love. So we about to get up out of here, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate the super chats and the cash outs everybody sent us. Thank y'all so much, man, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right, y'all. Man.
All right, y'all. Peace.
That girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time.